today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Quarterback Jordan Love isn't just on Green Bay's team. He's also on the American Family Insurance team. Because like us, he believes in dreaming fearlessly.
Just chase your dreams and don't let nobody hold you back.
And we help protect those dreams with the right coverage so you can
dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Let's go. It's time for Sedano and Cap.
A little sabor. And we're going to just nod.
It is George Sedano. It is Scott Kaplan. Sedano and Cap is on for your Wednesday afternoon.
I'm going to have to say respectfully, I'm going to disagree.
Okay, why is that?
I don't know.
Here we go, Wednesday, the 2nd of April. And yesterday was quite the Tuesday, wasn't it? A lot of Schwans talk. Yeah, Cappy was talking about my Schwans quite a bit. Yeah, I said it. We'll see what goes on today. Andy Kamenetsky's here, while Sedano's just going to pop in from the road. A Sedano pop-in. We'll see if Cappy's got that. We'll see if Cappy took whatever he took before the show yesterday that made him so out of control. Play the tape from yesterday, please.
You got to slow down the pace. I know we're the afternoon drive. I know you're coming out blazing.
Yeah.
Like we just chewed it up all night.
Right.
But we got to slow down the pace because I don't have enough material till 6 o'clock if it's just you and I.
Here's the deal. I just had a cup of coffee.
Sedano's back.
I just had a cup of coffee.
Yeah, I know, but we got to slow it down.
And I'm coming out.
Where's Geeter?
I'm coming out real. And there's no Geeter.
You're running around like Chris Paul rookie year. We need like LeBron final season. Let's slow down the pace.
There's no Geeter.
Let's do it. The LA Afternoon Drive takeover. Dodgers 7-0, by the way. They'll play again against the Braves, and we'll get ready for Lakers tomorrow. Anyway, the LA Afternoon Drive takeover is on for your Wednesday afternoon.
A Jerusalem cherry.
He likes to lay the wood.
Yeah. You say Kikuchi.
Wacky forced radio stunt of the year. Ha-ha.
Christopher can go to hell. Oh, nothing worse than the horse. Nah, man, black don't crack.
Benjamin Pratt is like, how do you say his name? Asminger?
Asminger. Ladies, hard knocks guys are all over me right now. It's like I'm back in Dayton. You are a bit killer.
Because you got to talk about sperm.
I mean, look at me. I'm a hot piece of ass. Look at him.
Sedano and Cap, Wednesday right now.
What happened with the imaging there?
I think Chris went too long.
It was all out of whack. Yeah.
I think Chris went way too long.
He's got to practice.
I was ready to break after Chris's imaging. Like, I thought it was just going to be Chris's imaging, then we go to break.
No, Andy, you have no idea what we're striving for. We're striving to add so much stuff to the imaging where we literally don't have to do a first segment anymore.
Right. All you need to do is just run it by Chris. Done. Like, all you have to say is, Chris, more imaging airtime for you.
Yeah.
Done.
We get the open to 3:28, and we start the show at like 3:33.
Yeah.
Is the new start time.
That's the new goal.
So, George, Andy is rocking a T-shirt today that says #GirlDad. Andy, I want that shirt.
I got to find out where my daughter got it for me.
No. I mean, I want that one.
Oh, you want this one?
Yeah, let's trade shirts.
The one off your back.
Yeah, let's trade the shirts.
You got to be in studio for that, buddy.
Oh, all right.
I mean, maybe we can work out a swap. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying you got to be here.
A shirt swap. What size is that?
I want to say it's an adult large.
Oh, adult large. Okay, all right. I'd take that.
Good.
I was worried it was a medium.
No.
Oh, no. You hear that, George? No medium for Andy Kamenetsky.
I think most of us are out of the medium phase around here.
Yeah, I know. It's my belly that got me out of it a long time ago.
Yeah.
George, let me just dig into you for 1 second before we get rolling here.
Dig.
Because we were talking about this during Super Crosstalk, that you now have all these votes.
Yeah.
I feel like you probably should have told me this a while ago.
Wait, you sound like an accusatory spouse.
Well, I mean, how long have you
You've been voting behind Cappy's back, George.
How long have you been given
Catting
these
around
voting rights? Right.
Not that long ago, Cappy.
How long?
Actually, this week, as a matter of fact.
This week. Today's Wednesday.
Yeah, Monday.
What?
I was asked. Yeah.
On Monday, somebody from the NBA, you said a higher up inside the league.
Somebody who's high up on the food chain, not Adam Silver.
Okay.
Although Adam Silver will be here in OKC tonight.
Okay.
But not Adam Silver. Someone reached out to me and said, "Hey, would you like to vote on the awards?" And based on who this person was, I was like, okay, if you want me to do it and you're asking and you're texting me, I'll do it.
You didn't say anything like, hold on, let me at least give this a little bit of consideration. You actually went for the immediate yes?
Yeah, based on who was texting me, I said, okay, sure, let's do it.
Okay, and did this person say anything like, hey, we lost a voter and we need another voter, so we're choosing you. Are you in?
Right, that's probably what happened, yeah.
Okay, so you didn't get any detail. You didn't ask anything about that?
No, I didn't ask whose vote I was taking over, but I'm sure if you compare last year's voter roll to this year's, you can deduce who it was.
Okay, all right. And the reason I'm asking this is because, Andy, you have to understand the history here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, George has said to me on many occasions that he would not like to vote in any of these NBA award things. And, George, explain your previous rationale.
Well, because particularly when it comes to these awards, these guys' contracts are now tied to it. The Supermax contracts are tied to it. Like Klay Thompson missed out on a Supermax because he didn't make an All-NBA team one year. You have to make it like, I think it's 2 out of 3 or something like that. And, you know, like that's a lot of pressure, man. That's a lot of money for guys to lose. So, but I will say this. I thought about it because when the text came in, I thought about it for like 15 minutes. Like, how do I respond to this? Because of the way I felt. And I said, you know what? I know the league. I feel confident that whatever I vote, I will have put my heart and soul and brain into it. And, I'll let the chips lie where they may. And now I will say this. I did also hear Brian Windhorst talk about this on one of his most recent podcasts, but he's talked about this a number of times, where he said, look, if it's like an all-NBA team, right, and let's say a guy already has a Supermax and a guy who doesn't have a Supermax, and they're like so close that you're splitting hairs, he's like, I just vote for the guy who to get the Supermax if the other guy's already got it, if I'm literally just splitting hairs. All right. And I felt like, that's a good tiebreaker, to be honest with you.
Okay. Now let me ask you this. When the person texted you and said, hey, George, you know what, man? You're doing a hell of a good job. We see you on a lot of
there wasn't any of that. It really wasn't.
Well, let me set this up. You ready? I'm gonna set it up if I were the guy sending it. You ready?
Oh, okay.
All right. Hey, George, it's me, Commissioner Silver, but don't tell anybody.
It wasn't Commissioner Silver.
Now, George, I'm watching a lot of games on ESPN.
Yeah.
I see you on a lot of these television games, and you're doing a hell of a good job.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who's doing your Botox, but they're doing an unbelievable job. Okay. All right. Whoever gets you that tight haircut, and they're doing a nice job too.
Yeah, my guy, RC in Paramount.
And I like your LeBron sneakers that you're wearing.
Thank you. Not tonight, though.
Okay. George, in addition to seeing you on all these NBA telecasts, I'm also hearing you quite frequently on NBA games on ESPN Radio.
Yeah. In the car. Thank you for catching those. Yeah.
You're doing a hell of a job, man. You really are.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job.
I appreciate it. This is a long text.
George, in addition to the TV games and the radio games, I'm also seeing you show up and opine and report at times on NBA Today.
Right.
So, George, what I'm saying is this.
It's a lot of setup, Cappy.
Well, right. I'm setting him up, Andy, because
By the way, if Cappy were the commissioner, this is what it would be. It would be this text.
Yeah.
Not that the commissioner texted me because it wasn't him, but anyway.
But, Andy, the reason I'm going for the long setup here is because I'm buttering him up. Because I know his position has been he doesn't want to vote. Okay? So I'm telling, hey, George, great on TV on sidelines. George, really, really great on radio.
What about the G League? You didn't include the G League game.
I haven't gotten there yet. Don't jump ahead, all right?
Sorry. Yeah,
George, you're doing
I appreciate you buttering me up, George.
Hell of a good job on NBA Today on ESPN.
Yeah.
And, George, and how I really, really, this is one of the main reasons I want you to jump in, is because I really know how much work you're putting in the G League as well. So nice work out of you.
Thank you.
George, I feel like you know the NBA as well as anybody in NBA media. I feel like you've got a real handle on the league.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. You got all that?
Was there a question?
No, hold on a second.
Oh.
So I've given you a lot of buttering up.
Yeah.
Okay?
You're glazing them.
You know what, Lindsay? You're exactly right. This is a glaze, George.
It's a hell of a glaze.
Andy, there's a good glaze, right?
It's great glaze.
So far, good glazing.
Excellent glazing.
I think so too. But I liked your glazing. George, but we know you don't want to vote, George.
Yeah.
would you please give it consideration?
Mhm.
And what would you say?
Sure, let's do it.
Really, that
That's what I
quickly?
responded.
That immediately?
Yeah, that's what I eventually said. Yes.
You mean to tell me that for all these years you've had this policy, this personal constitution, that you don't want to vote? It's too much pressure. You're impacting guys' money. But one guy happens to throw you an ask and you immediately say yes?
Well, it depends on who the person asking was, and this person is important. And I thought about it for 15 minutes, and I said, you know what? I trust my judgment.
All right, here's what I think. First of all, I don't think you can say no.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
I say no to things all the time.
Not to an important person in the hierarchy of the NBA who's asking you to please vote. You can't say no to that.
It's a very prestigious honor just to be asked.
Right. You can't say no.
I'm with Cap here.
And furthermore, let me just say this. Imagine that this person, whoever this person is, calls your boss at ESPN and goes, you know, I called Sedano, and that little freaking jerk told me he wouldn't vote. Like, I offered him a vote, and he told me no. You can't say no, George.
Okay, well, I didn't say no, so that, I don't know how that plays into what we're doing now.
Well, as I'm trying to get to the point here, which is you of course you said yes. Of course you're going to vote.
Okay.
You only didn't want to vote when you didn't have a vote. I would feel the same way.
No, I really did not want to vote. But when this person who's important asks, and then I thought about it more, I said, okay, I can come off this stance because I trust that I'm putting in the work.
I want one vote.
No, you don't get one.
Yes, I do.
No.
How many votes do you have? There's Coach of the Year, MVP, Defensive Player.
I'll well, how about this? When I get sent the ballot from, whatever the company that does the balloting for them, I can look that up. It's in the email they sent me. I can, I will let you know what awards I've been given. I may not be given all the awards.
You don't get to vote on everything? They're gonna say you only get to vote on 2 out of 10 or 5 out of 10?
I think that's. I'm not sure. I mean, I could. It's a possibility that I would get to vote on everything, but I think that some people only vote on certain awards. I think they kind of ease you into it.
Okay. All right. When you get this ballot, I want a copy. I'm going to do my voting, and then I'm going to compare it to your voting.
Okay. Yes, let's do that.
Andy, you want in on this?
Yeah, I would love to be in on this.
Come on, Andy.
Ernst & Young is the certification company.
Ernst & Young. Ooh, big time.
Yeah.
Very big time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you got to vote. I mean, you didn't even share this information with me. I feel like left out. You just dropped a bomb on me on the air. You didn't call me off air and go, "Hey, listen, I want to tell you something, man.
Yeah.
I'm voting."
Are you upset that George didn't seek your counsel before making this decision?
Hey, Cappy,
like
let
whether
me let
or
you
not
go.
to
My
do
alarm
this?
in my house is going off, so that's not a good thing. Let me call you right back.
That is not a good thing. All right, call me back. You see, this is like me and George just being on the phone right now, Andy.
Right.
It's not even like we're on the show anymore.
I mean, it feels, Cappy, like you think this is at minimum something George should have run by you first.
Absolutely, because here's why. And I just said it to him. He didn't want to vote when he didn't have a vote. Then one guy calls him and says, "Hey, you want to vote?" And George's like, "Hell yeah, I want to vote. I've been wanting to vote for years. I've been wanting to vote for so long that I've been knocking not voting. And I've been saying to people that I don't even want to vote, even though I really do want to vote."
So I was going to say, so one of two things is happening. Either before with George, it was the lady doth protest too much. He clearly was dying to vote, but just didn't want to admit it because he didn't want to seem like the guy who wanted something but couldn't get it. Or George sincerely does not want to vote, but he got bullied into this by some league higher up. And because he didn't call you, he didn't seek your counsel, he ended up doing now this duty that he doesn't even want. But maybe you could have got in the middle of this, served as a buffer, and prevented George from doing the thing he may not want to do.
If nothing else, just run it by counsel. That's all.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
It's why you never talk to the cops without your lawyer there.
Right. Hey, listen, I could talk to you guys, but I want my counselor.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
All right, Andy Kamenetsky is in for Sedano. Sedano's going to be here for the first hour. He's in Oklahoma City. And then once George leaves, then the fun will really start. All right, I'm only joking. Stick around. Andy's in. This is Sedano and Cap on 710 ESPN.
But first, tomorrow is a SeaWorld Ticket Thursday on 710 ESPN. Listen all day for your chance to win and experience the wonder of SeaWorld San Diego. From up-close encounters with orcas and dolphins to the all-new Jewels of the Sea exhibit featuring awe-inspiring jellyfish, there's more to explore than ever before. Plus, set sail on a flavorful journey at the Seven Seas Food Festival. Listen all day tomorrow for a chance to win from 710 and SeaWorld. SeaWorld San Diego, open your world to something amazing.
Join Kathy, O'Shea Jackson Jr., producer Lindsay, and I for a special Monday Night Raw watch party here at Hollywood Park Casino. You can win tickets to the biggest wrestling event in Las Vegas, plus a round-trip airfare and a one-night stay. You must be present to win and 21 years or older to enter. Park Party and Play here at Hollywood Park Casino.
LAFC face off with Inter Miami. Pregame starts tonight at 8 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Hey, it's producer Lindsay, and you know I'm a huge wrestling fan. Join Cappy, O'Shea Jackson Jr., and me to watch Monday Night Raw on April 7th at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. We'll have ticket giveaways and a grand prize of 2 tickets to the Ultimate Wrestling event on April 19th in Las Vegas. Your attendance is your raffle entry. Plus, get a bonus entry when you RSVP at ESPNLA.com. But you must be present to win. See you Monday, April 7th at Hollywood Park Casino. Visit ESPNLA.com for details.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Cappy here to tell you about my great friends at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. I'm a huge fan for so many reasons. The safety, technology, versatility, reliability, and they're all about the Subaru Love Promise. The cars are spacious and sporty. You got to go see my boy Omar and his team at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. They're focused on your needs, and they're the most knowledgeable people when it comes to getting you into the right Subaru. Ocean Subaru, 1100 South Euclid in Fullerton, just off the 91 freeway. Go to OceanSubaruOC.com. That's OceanSubaruOC.com. Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, where every journey starts with love.
Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for basketball and hockey this season. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every one-timer and buzzer-beating 3 live and in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Don't miss out. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
It's awful, hon.
My brother got life insurance from Ethos, and it only took 10 minutes. And he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
And it is Sedano and Kap here Wednesday afternoon. Today is International Fact-Checking Day. Remember, Sedano was doing a lot of that yesterday. Fact-checking sodium and all kinds of stuff yesterday. And since we know Sedano loves the oldies, on this day in 1956, the King. Elvis Presley sang Heartbreak Hotel on the Milton Berle Show with an estimated 25% of the United States population viewing. Well, guess what we're going to listen to now? Sedano and Kap continues here Wednesday afternoon right now.
Andy, that's quite an Elvis you got there.
Thanks very much there, Cappy.
Wait, I like DeAndre's.
Let me hear DeAndre's Elvis. Go ahead, DeAndre.
I don't got no Elvis.
Man, you ain't know nothing about no Elvis.
Come on, DeAndre.
And again, neither do we really. We don't really know anything about no
Some of
Elvis.
your Elvis there, DeAndre. You can do this.
DeAndre, what do you know about Elvis Presley?
Not much. I did watch the Elvis movie with Austin Butler. That was good.
Okay, so you know what you know based on the movie, right?
Correct.
By the way, it's probably more than I know. Seriously. I mean, I don't really know much. I mean, I didn't really get the whole Elvis thing. You know, like my grandmother was in love with Elvis. And I was like, why? Like, what's he do that's so great? You know, I mean, he got some moves. All right, cool outfits, you know, hair, glasses, the whole thing. But I don't really get it.
Never been a big Elvis guy. Never been that into Elvis either. He's never done it for me.
I was more into Eddie Murphy's version of Elvis, you know?
Yeah.
Like, lemonade, that cool refreshing drink. Right, like to me, like that was Elvis. Like if somebody were to say Elvis, I'd be like, lemonade.
I've enjoyed more people's impressions of Elvis or like performances as Elvis than Elvis himself.
Yeah. And everybody you know who doesn't know or do an Elvis impression, everybody does the exact same thing. Oh, so thank you. Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, it's like Christopher Walken or Michael McDonald. Like part of the reason those impressions are popular is everybody can do at least a half-assed version of one of those guys.
Let me hear your half-assed version of Christopher Walken.
Cappy.
He can't do it without laughing.
Cappy. I don't understand why you think I can just do Walken on cue. It's half-assed.
No, it's pretty good.
No,
pretty good.
It's not pretty good.
I
It's
mean, pretty good at being pretty bad. I mean, really. You know?
How about you, Cappy? You got one?
I don't really have a Christopher Walken. I tried doing Christopher Walken, but I was just doing Jay Moore doing Christopher Walken.
Well, that's part of
Jay,
it, too, is everybody is, at this point, doing somebody else's impression of Christopher Walken. Like, it goes 6 or 7 layers deep.
Right. Like, even my Gruden impression is really just a Frank Caliendo impression of Gruden, and then I'm doing Frank doing Gruden, and that's my whole Gruden impression.
Don't feel bad, Cappy, about your inability to do a little bit of Walken. That's better. It's still half-assed, but
it's
better.
too fast. You got to slow it down.
It's too fast. Yeah.
You got to slow it down if you're going to do Walken.
Cat, can we get that Elvis one more time?
Well, you like the Elvis?
I do like the Elvis. Let me just get it one more time.
Oh, so thank you. Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
See, that's terrible. Like everybody does the same thing with Elvis.
Come on, Cappy. Don't feel too bad about it.
Also, say, hey, DeAndre, you ain't know nothing about no Elvis.
You ain't know nothing about me.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much, DeAndre. Andy, I'm going to presume that George did not make it back because he said an alarm was going off at his house. And he said, I'll call you back, as if we were on a regular telephone call, not on an actual radio broadcast to hundreds of millions of people all throughout the Southland of Southern California.
Maybe he's hearing from the person that asked him to vote, and this person heard this discussion, does not like what George is talking about.
Or maybe that person is saying to George, whatever you do, you don't give your boy Kaplan, you don't share the ballot, you don't discuss it with him, you don't let that guy anywhere near our ballot.
There's probably some truth to that.
All right, let me ask you this question just before we get rolling today, because there's a lot of really cool things happening around L.A. and around sports today. First of all, Messi tonight at the LAFC in the CONCACAF. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Is that something, like, I'm going to watch that tonight. I would go, but I'm not going to go. But I would go, but I'm not going to go. But I'm going to watch that tonight. I don't know where I'm going to watch it exactly, but I'm going to watch that thing tonight.
Yeah, you have to figure out how to watch it, which for you is always an adventure, like figuring out exactly where you pick up that stuff. Not easy for you.
Anybody know who's televising tonight's CONCACAF quarterfinal between LAFC and Inter Miami and Messi? I mean, I got to figure, I don't know who's televising it, but I mean, it's got to be available everywhere, right? I'm going to watch that tonight because there's no Laker game tonight. So I'm going to watch that for sure. And then I will say this, another major event. Look, the Dodgers are 7-0. Going into the 8th game of the season, not really that big of a deal unless you think about it like, hey, they could go 8-0, which is really interesting, while simultaneously Atlanta, who's like the second favorite in the National League, could start the season 0-7. But what's interesting about tonight's Dodger game is it's Ohtani bobblehead night, which means literally there are thousands of people right now probably listening to 710 on their mobile app, standing in line at Dodger Stadium, waiting for the doors to open to get their hands on the Ohtani bobblehead.
Well, first of all, lucky for them because the app's crystal clear. So they are truly enjoying the show while they're online. It makes being online better. Yeah, it's like the way people would camp out for price. You know, The Price is Right over on Fairfax, the CBS studios. You'd see those people just there all day with lawn chairs, or like back in the day, Cappy, before everything could be online, people would wait for concert tickets for like 2 days outside the arena. It's going to be like that for the Ohtani bobblehead. My wife next week is going to Freddie Freeman bobblehead night. I think she's going to leave work early for that just because that's going to be an absolute madhouse as well. It's the bobblehead that commemorates the walk-off, so you know that's going to be huge in demand.
Everybody wants these Ohtani bobbleheads. Now, George, are you back with us?
I am back, yes.
George, do you have, because like,
Wait,
the
is everything okay? Is everything okay?
I should ask that first. George,
Thanks,
okay?
Lindsay. I appreciate that. Yes, no, it was, long story short, there's a
Benny.
side, Benny's fine. There's a side door at my house that the cleaning lady uses sometimes to go in and out, and she didn't lock it. It has it's one of those doors that has like a lock on the knob, so that way it's easier for her to go in and out of if someone's not home. And the winds, I guess, are kind of crazy by the house, and it just blew. She didn't close it properly, so it blew open, and that's why the alarm went off. So one of my neighbors went and closed it. So we're all good.
That was very sweet. Okay, so everything's good. George, we just started chatting for a second here about two big events tonight. You got Messi.
Ohtani bobblehead. I heard it, yes.
And then Ohtani bobblehead. Now, here's the thing. Last year, I don't remember which Ohtani bobblehead night it was. My daughter, Julia, and I don't know what to call this relationship. She used to be my niece. Then I got divorced. So is she my ex-niece? I don't even know what.
I think she's still kind of your niece.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen her in a really long time and don't really care that much. You know what I mean? Like now.
Wow.
The relationship's over, George. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my daughter and I'll call her my ex-niece, last year they went to go get an Ohtani bobblehead. They literally walked to the front, got their bobblehead, and turned around and walked out, did not stay for the game. Now, you got to really want that bobblehead to do that, right?
Yeah, for sure. By the way, according to law, Cappy, they are still your nieces or nephews even after divorce. Divorce only dissolves the marriage, not biological or familial relationships.
Oh,
wow,
so
that's interesting.
my ex-brother-in-law is still my brother-in-law?
He could still be your brother-in-law.
You know, I should call the guy. I haven't spoken to him in years. I should call him. I should call him and go, how's my niece and nephew doing?
Call him on the air.
You know, I haven't spoken to you guys in a long time. I should call him on the air, George.
You should.
I'll tell you what. You give me one vote from your NBA voting postseason awards, I'll call him on the air.
Oh, you know what? You can't vote on these awards because I looked at the email because of your prize picks.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
How can you vote? How can you vote on them?
Because I'm not actually participating on prize picks. I'm just giving picks.
Oh, all right. All right. Well, this bobblehead thing, can I ask you guys a quick question? Does anybody here collect bobbleheads?
No.
I have some, but I don't collect them per se.
I have some as well.
Okay, George?
Yeah. By the way, I just made that up, by the way, because prize picks is not actually gambling. So.
Yeah, I understand. But, I mean, you just are trying to do anything you can to make sure I don't get your vote.
No, you're not getting my vote, God darn it.
I heard that, you know, your ownership inside it is some type of conflict of interest with
Is
the
that
voting
right?
process. Yeah.
Well, maybe. We're competitors of Ernst & Young, apparently.
Exactly.
I guess so. But this bobblehead with Ohtani.
Wow, do you want me to ask the commissioner if he'll let Sided handle the voting process next year?
That would be
when
fantastic.
the contract's up?
That would be wonderful. Tell him you got Ernst & Young over here, and you got my radio partner, Kaplan. He's got a software called Sided. Maybe you guys should talk to him.
Yeah.
I like that idea, George. I do.
There you go.
So what are we going to watch tonight? We're going to watch Ohtani, bobblehead, 5:38 first pitch tonight against Atlanta? Or are we going to watch? Well, I guess we could watch both. We could watch the Dodgers, and then we could watch Messi and LAFC.
Yeah, the Dodgers game.
Why such an early first pitch?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Bergman's theory, I think it was Bergman, it's because they're going to Philly right after, so it might be helpful for them to get out of town. Or that's somebody's theory, that it was just to help the
Dodgers. So the 90
get out.
minutes is going to make a difference? They fly charter.
I don't know. It wasn't my theory.
It is a good theory, though.
That is a weird time, though.
Yeah, but it is a good, usually like teams play getaway games, so they play at 1 o'clock in the afternoon Pacific time.
Yeah. Wait, is this soccer game that we were talking about, that's in L.A. as well?
Yeah,
but it's
at
at
8 o'clock.
Maybe it had to do with trying to prevent too much congestion because of both games?
That makes sense.
I was thinking more like, you know what, if it's a regular start time.
Yeah, because if you're coming from like the San Gabriel Valley to try to get to Dodger Stadium, or worse, if you're trying to get to BMO from the San Gabriel Valley, and you have to go through Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, I wonder if that's what it was. Just the idea of these two games together is going to create traffic basically all over L.A. Let's try to alleviate it a little bit.
I'm going to say no to that theory, Andy.
I found the answer.
Okay, wait. Here's why I'm going to say no to Andy's theory.
Sure.
Just because I don't know that the LAFC Miami match was actually scheduled when the Dodgers made their schedule.
Oh, that's true. Great point, because it was CONCACAF.
Right. What's the answer,
You
Liz?
want to know the answer?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's because of the collective bargaining agreement, which says The latest possible start time for getaway games on days when the visiting club travels to a home off day or either club travels to another game the following day shall be determined by taking the portion of the in-flight time that exceeds 2.5 hours and subtracting that amount of time from 7 p.m.
There you go. That's the answer.
That's so weird.
So then it sounds like the theory that I think was Bergman's, but it was somebody from Mason and Ireland. That's pretty close.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That is probably close.
It's about traveling to the East Coast. That's exactly right.
There
All right,
it is.
George, listen, coming right back, before you get out of here, I want to get your analysis on what happened last night in this Denver game and what the Denver loss actually means now for the standings. And, by the way, our boy Brody got blamed straight up for real for the loss last night. We'll get to that coming right back. Andy's in for Sedano, but Sedano's still here. This is Sedano and Cap on 710 ESPN.
But first, Cappy, let me tell you about our friend Jacob and Ronnie. All right, look, it's very simple, man. When you're a sports fan, you always want your team to be well coached and win. You know who's always winning, and you know who's a great coach? Jacob, okay? He's always getting ready for the next opponent. My guy, Jacob. That's why if you get into an accident, you call him at 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 sent you. Think about it this way. You've been injured in a car accident, truck accident, slip or fall at the store, rideshare accident, whatever it is. It'd feel like you lost the game. Don't worry. The accident's only the beginning of the game. You call Jacob to get a free consultation at 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 send you. Trust me, Jacob knows the weakness of the opponent. He knows how to exploit and go on the attack against the insurance company to provide you the victory you deserve. So make sure you're on the winning team. If you're injured in an accident, don't wait. Call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 sent you. And when you call an attorney, you want one who's respected. So call Jacob because he's the real deal. And call him at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Or visit him online at calljacob.com. And if you or a loved one have been injured or lost property due to the recent wildfires, lawsuits have already been filed against those responsible. So if you need a free case evaluation, for that, call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB, and together we are LA Strong.
I'm Doug Hopkins.
And I'm Damon Lyons.
And we want to buy your house.
After 30 years and more than 20,000 transactions, Seller's Advantage knows how to get you more for your home.
No agent fees, no commissions, just an as-is cash offer.
Call Seller's Advantage or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Do you not like Bloody Marys?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I made micheladas this weekend.
Yeah.
Marco.
Yeah, good.
So good.
Okay.
So good.
Tomato juice.
I like to
Happy
line
for
up
you.
all of my things.
Me too. Yeah.
All of the little stuff that goes in. You know what goes a long way? Just a little bit.
What?
A little bit. Clam juice.
I'm out twice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
it sounds. I'm on
I'm
your
out
side.
2 times on that.
This sounds
Little
disgusting.
horseradish, clam juice, Worcestershire, some muddled jalapeno, little Old Bay, and then
What about
ice
something that
cold
tastes
michelada.
nice and easy to
There
go
was
down
only
like a
one
mimosa?
yes.
Those are
Thank
good too.
you.
I like a
So
mimosa
good.
too.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco
on 710 ESPN.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. Is it time to sell your home? Whether you're downsizing, moving, or inheriting a property, call Seller's Advantage. With decades of experience, they offer custom cash solutions and can close in days. No repairs, no agents, no hassle, just a great offer that gives you peace of mind. Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com. Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Who's cutting down the nets this year? Get in on all the tournament action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest upsets to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
And it is Sedano and Kap here Wednesday afternoon. Today is National Peanut Butter and Jelly Day. I got sodium-free peanut butter, so I can do that. And on this day in 1993, the #1 R&B song. The group is Silk, and it's called Freak Me. Sedano and Kap continues your Wednesday afternoon right now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, come on, Andy.
I do not know this song at all.
Come on, you know this song.
I do not know it.
Come on, you don't know. I want to get freaky with you. You don't know that
Do
song?
that one more time, George.
I
Here,
wanna
wait.
get freaky with you.
That's how you bag Kelly, right? Just that one line.
Yeah,
No doubt.
That's how he did it. Oh, DeAndre's getting into it too. You know what? I don't
It's a
remember
jam
who
right
sings.
here.
I don't remember who sings the song, and Chris said it. It's just that DeAndre was in my ear going, "Okay, we're up and on," and I didn't hear what he said, so I don't know who sings this song.
Silk.
Silk.
I do not know who this is.
I would never have
Genuinely
gotten
don't.
Silk.
Andy, Cappy, whatever. But Andy, I'm stunned because you know a lot about a lot of things.
I do, but I missed this song. I missed when this song was big.
Wow,
Apparently, I
this
don't know
song
it.
was very, very popular. Come on, Andy.
Come
Andy,
on, Andy.
As far as you know, that's brand new stuff, man. That's brand new music that just dropped. That's good.
It's brand new to me.
That's right. Come on, Andy. Andy Kamenetsky's in for George. George is getting ready to take off. He's got Detroit tonight, visiting Oklahoma City. So, George, before you do go, though, Minnesota last night with this 140-139 win over Denver, where Jokic has this 61-point, 10-rebound, 10-assist performance, a triple-double in a losing effort.
That would be called the 61-point triple-double, yes.
Correct. But we got to play the audio. Start, guys, with how the Denver Nuggets called what happened and listen to everybody's former Laker Brody and how it happened on both ends.
Is this the radio call?
Yes.
Okay, for Denver. Okay, got it.
Will the Dogs finally miss one? Conley looks in, throws it off in the corner over to Edwards, guarded by Gordon, gets double team, throws it away! Westbrook steal! Christian Westbrook, layup no good! 9 seconds to go! How do you miss that? In the front court, Conley, over to Edwards, 4 seconds to go for the winner! Missed it into hard! Walker! They called the foul on Westbrook! Russell Westbrook just gave the game away to Minnesota.
OMG.
That was a great call.
Those were great calls, by the way.
Seriously, I love when Westbrook misses the layup and like now the ball's going down the other direction and the guy, whoever the announcer is, goes, "How do you miss that? How did he miss that, number one? And number two, Brody, dunk the ball, man. What are you doing?"
There was a defender close, like that could have had an angle on it. So he left it short, because he was just trying to sneak it through. And at that point, just extend your arm and get fouled,
Or he could have just pulled out when he was dribbling. Like he didn't even have to go.
Right, he couldn't have to shoot. Right, they could have just pulled away because they would have just ran out the clock. He didn't have to get the layup. Right, to your point.
But I will say this. On the last play, the foul on the last call there, I went back and watched the play over and over again. I got to be honest with you guys. I don't see it.
He hit him with the left hand. You could see it right away.
I don't see it, man.
Oh, no, he definitely jumped into Walker, man.
Oh, come on, man. Listen, I want Brody to fail, okay? I'm rooting against the guy, okay? All right? Listen, I will not forgive Brody for what happened to the Lakers while he was here. But seriously, I gotta call it the way I saw it. I just didn't see the foul.
He fouled him. He absolutely fouled. I mean, honestly, it was a terrible decision by Russ to begin with in that situation. Like, you just want to challenge enough to break the guy's rhythm or whatever, but you don't want to
fly by.
Right. You don't want to come that close to actually making contact on that play.
So that was the Nuggets call, and I love the announcer, whoever he is, going, how did he miss that? Now, George, the game was actually being televised last night on national TV on TNT. Here's our boy Kevin Harlan and how he called that last sequence.
Conley to Anthony Edwards. Gordon is there, and he threw it away. It's a turnover. 2-on-1. Brown, Westbrook, no. Rebound Alexander Walker. Final seconds. Here we go. Conley the other way. Edwards looks at the clock. Drives. Feeds. Forwards.
They got a foul.
They got
a foul on the three-point shot.
It's a foul on the three-point shot.
That just cracked me up because it was like, they got a foul. They got a foul. They got the foul on the three-point shot. They got the foul on the three-point shot.
Dude,
it looks like, I will say this, when you broadcast there in Denver, the fans can get in your way just based on where the table is. So I'm guessing Greg Anthony had a better angle to it than our guy Kevin.
Dude, last week against the Bulls, the LeBron with wandering way too far off from Patrick Williams, the three, then the turnover on the inbound that led to another three, and then the Josh Giddey three that LeBron was close enough that he could be considered part of that defense, not making Giddey do enough. I'd said on Lakers Talk with DeAndre right after that game, like, that might have been the worst 10 seconds of LeBron's career.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Russ said, hold my beer. I mean, like, I think this was even worse for Russ than what happened with LeBron.
I mean, there were all those moments J.J. Barea posted him up in the 2011 finals. So, I mean,
but that was longer than 10 seconds, though. I mean, that was like 5,
well,
10.
Maybe not individually. Individually,
Yes.
They were less.
I'm just talking like a 10-second span for
Sure.
LeBron. That was bad.
It was real bad. There were 3 plays in a row. There was being out of position on defense. There was the terrible inbound pass, and then what you were talking about with the Giddey half-court shot. You're right. Hey, George, tonight, Detroit and Oklahoma City. Obviously, Detroit is a completely different team than they were a year ago, and Oklahoma City is the team you've been touting to us all season long. What do we think?
OKC should win because it looks like Cade Cunningham may not play tonight. He's still dealing with an injury, so he's doubtful tonight, and I didn't see him dressed at shoot-around, or at least, even attempting to shoot around. So that's usually a bad sign. But to your point, Detroit will also be shorthanded, too, to some extent, because of the issues they had the other night, the extracurricular activities during the game. But they're a feisty team, man. I think they are the legitimate best story in the NBA this year because of what you mentioned, Cappy. They have tripled their amount of wins from one year to the next. That has never happened in NBA history. So I'm not putting anything past anybody. Even as good as Oklahoma City is, Detroit has proven to be a worthy opponent anywhere. But I think, I think Oklahoma City should win this game. Yeah.
All right. George, I'm going to add it tonight. I'm going to see the Dodgers. I'm going to see Oklahoma City and Detroit, and I'm going to see Messi against LAFC. Get out of here, man. Go do this game. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
See you guys. Have a good show.
All right, there you go. Hey, you're listening to KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. I want to tell everybody about the East Central Hotel because I was there last night. And, yes, I did have the Wayne Gretzky room last night. I did have the Great One room. The biggest rooms in all of downtown L.A. I'm telling you right now, when you get to the East Central, you can relax, you can spread out. First, it's the way you're greeted when you walk into the hotel. The people who work there are amazing. Maybe it's just me because I've gotten to know them over the years. I know everybody. They make it all feel like home. Then you got the biggest rooms, like I always talk about, the softest towels, the brand new gym, the Nixo Lounge, but more importantly, of all the great things that I could talk about related to the East Central Hotel, it's the location. Right across from LA Live. So if you're going to the Grammy Museum or you're going to a game or you're going to a show, you are right in the heart of it all. Book your next stay at the East Central Hotel by going to eastcentralhotel.com. That's eastcentralhotel.com.
All right, Join Cappy, O'Shea Jackson Jr., producer Lindsay, and I for a special Monday Night Raw watch party here at Hollywood Park Casino. You can win tickets to the biggest wrestling event in Las Vegas, plus a round-trip airfare and a one-night stay. You must be present to win and 21 years or older to enter. Park, party, and play here at Hollywood Park Casino.
For your spot at ESPNLA.com, you must be present to win, must be 21 or older to enter. Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room, now open 24/7.
Next Gen, the official air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and electrical team of SoCal sports fans. Spring is here, and that means it's time for a fresh start. Did you know indoor air can be 2 to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air? Dust, allergens, and pollutants build up in your ductwork and circulate through your home and can affect your family's health. Next Gen is offering ESPN LA listeners a special spring cleaning deal to help you enjoy cleaner, safer air all season long. For a limited time, homeowners can redeem a whole home air purifier, a $1,250 value, free with any whole home duct system replacement. That's right. Remove dust, allergens, and pollutants so you and your family can breathe cleaner, healthier air every day of the week. They're there for you 7 days a week with 5-star service because your family's safety and comfort are always a top priority. Don't wait. Call 833-3-NEXTGEN. That's 833-3-NEXGEN today to start breathing cleaner, safer air tomorrow.
NEXGEN, call 833-3-NEXTGEN.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement, and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256, or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
710 ESPN. Sedano and Kap for your afternoon right now on 710 ESPN.
It's time for what you need to know.
Let's do it. What you need to know right now.
You Need to Know is being brought to us by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Andy is in for Sedano, and Lindsay Baseball is ready to roll.
Thanks, Cappy. So, what you need to know is that Apple has released 8 new emojis in an iOS update. And I want to ask you guys, do you know what those 8, have you noticed that they've added more emojis? You guys don't really use them?
I use emojis, but there are so many emojis now. You could add 8 more, and I don't think I would notice.
Okay, so I'll tell you what they are.
Okay. And also tell me where I could get them or where I would be able to see them.
Well, you see them on the emoji.
Just go to your
button.
text messages, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I go to my text messages and then I click on something, I've got a heart, a thumbs up, a thumbs down, a ha-ha, an exclamation point, a question mark, and a laughing emoji. Oh, I'm scrolling to my right now. Now I've got a red heart, a face with 2 red hearts. Okay, I'm with you. Go ahead.
So there's a fingerprint.
Okay.
There is like a purple splat. I guess that's what you call it, a splat. It looks like something like some purple drank spilled on the ground and like
some purple drank.
Yeah,
huh?
that's what it looks like.
Oh, gotta have me some purple drank.
Do I got an update?
Yeah, I don't have it either.
Yeah. And then there's like a face that I guess you would call that like.
I ain't got no fingerprints either.
You got to update.
I got no purple drank.
So you got to do like an iOS update.
Yes. So then there's like a tired-looking face. I think there's a shovel. There's a tree that doesn't have any leaves on it. It's like a scary haunted tree. There's a harp. There is a radish. And then there is
What's the radish supposed to mean?
Well, we can get into that if you'd like to. Get into the different meanings of these emojis because there's quite a bit of them. And then the flag. What is the flag? It doesn't say here what the flag is.
How do you know what your...
It's the flag of Sark.
How do you know what your... I don't know what a
Flag
Sark
of
is.
Sark?
What's that mean?
Like
An
Sarkeesian?
island off the coast of France in the English Channel.
Oh, not Steve Sarkeesian?
That's what I thought it was. Sark.
not a Texas football coach guy?
Yeah, he had a solid year and all.
You know?
I don't know if he gets an emoji.
There is an update for this. It says iOS 18.4.
Okay, and you guys will have to remind me. How do I know which operating system I have on my phone?
Go to your settings right now.
Right.
Go to General.
General?
And
Software
then software update.
or go to About, and it'll tell you the name of your phone, then iOS version. And I'm on 18.3.2.
I'm on that one as well.
I don't see it. It doesn't tell me.
I got to update to 18.4 if I'm going to get there.
Wait, I'm at 18.3.2.
So are we. So we all got updated.
I'm not doing it.
This just came out yesterday.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing the update.
Why not?
I'm going to tell you why.
Don't you want the purple drink emoji, Cap?
Yeah, you're
I
opposed to
do.
this.
I do, but here's the thing. So when do you think the last update was that got us all to 18.3.2?
I don't know, but we should all spam George with the purple drink emoji. It'd be funny.
I got news for you, Lindsay. I went to sleep one night. I woke up the next morning. My phone told me that it did an update. I was like, okay, well, that was very nice of you. Thank you, because I wouldn't have done it on my own.
Got to clean some storage.
And then, dude, my phone didn't work for like a week. Like, I could not get any cell service for a legitimate week. Turn the phone on, turn the phone off, whatever. I went to the cellular part, turned that off, turned that back on. For like a week, my phone didn't work for reals. People were calling me they were texting me going, dude, I'm getting your voicemail. I'm calling you 5 times. So I don't know, man. The update screwed my phone up. I don't want to go to 18.3.4. Although, see how I turned although into 2 words? Mm-hmm. Although, I would like to have that purple drink emoji.
So you got to update.
Are we going to do
that,
Andy?
make the sacrifice, Cap.
Andy, you going to do that,
If
Andy?
you update tonight, Cappy, I'll update when I get home, too.
Okay, but we can't update now, right?
I would not.
You usually to update, you need to be plugged in and on like you have to be on some type of internet. I can't do it right now because I don't have an adapter with me.
Oh, all right. Well, then I won't do it either. I'll update tonight. Is there something
we'll
I need to
both
do
update tonight?
Do I have to do something, or is it going to do it for by itself?
You have to.
Depends on your settings, Cap.
You got to be set up correctly and then hit the update tonight tab.
All right, I'll figure that out. But then again, I probably won't. That's what you need to know. It's brought to us by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Andy, we were talking a bit earlier today, just briefly, about tonight is Ohtani bobblehead night. Mm-hmm. Which means, and by the way, I'm going to invite somebody. I'm going to say this right now. If you're at Dodger Stadium and you're in line right now to get in for Ohtani bobblehead, which, by the way, they may have already opened the gates. I think they opened the gates 2 hours before the game. So they probably have already opened the gates about 30 minutes ago. I would have said, hey, if you're standing in line, call us and give us a report as to what's going on out there. Andy, I'm not a bobblehead collector, but it seems like everybody wants to go get these Ohtani bobbleheads.
Wait, you want to know what's funny, though?
Tell me.
All these people that are waiting in line for it, like they need to get it. Well, guess what? Everybody will get one because there's 40,000 of them.
Yeah, but I think it's the first 40,000 of what, 53 or 56,000?
I don't know. It said the Dodgers tweeted out that all fans in attendance will get an Ohtani bobblehead tonight.
I hope that is correct, because very often the case is if you are not, like Cappy said, one of the first 40,000 or 45, like they will run out.
No. It says the official at Dodgers account says,
okay,
all fans in attendance tonight will get a Shohei Ohtani bobblehead.
Well, good. Well, that's great.
Good.
Then, you know what? If I were somebody that was standing online since about noon, I'd be like, hello, couldn't you have told me that? Because I thought it was the first 40,000 people.
They must have just changed it, because originally it was going to be 40,000, but I think they wanted everyone to get it.
Last year there was a big fiasco because there was an Ohtani bobblehead giveaway, and they did not have enough for everybody there. And it turned into a big disaster.
Well, they said ahead of time, and I guess this is when they first announced this, they said the first 40,000. And so my guess is that the Dodgers decided at some point, hey, we should probably give them to everybody. And because they just tweeted this out 3 hours ago.
I'm telling you right now, people have been standing in line for hours. I've actually been watching it online, how people have been standing outside and waiting in line just to get this bobblehead. And now, after all these hours, now you're telling me?
People are mad. Like, people are replying to the tweet like, we've been waiting all night.
See? I knew that was going to happen. Right.
But you know what? Instead of complaining about you waiting in line all night, just be like, oh, that's cool. Everyone gets one. Move on.
No, I'd still complain. I've been standing here for hours, people. I've been beaten down by the sun.
Why could you not have come to this very obvious decision, have enough bobbleheads for everyone before today, so you could have saved me the trouble of standing in line all day, probably having to take a day off work, coming up with some fake excuse to my boss, when I could have just shown up like a normal person and gotten my bobblehead?
Here's another
I don't know.
thing.
You should probably ask the Dodgers that.
Yeah.
Don't ask me. I'm just the messenger.
Okay, here's another thing.
We're not blaming you, Lindsay, obviously.
But why would you ever have a giveaway where it's 40,000 of 53,000 rather than just ordering another 13,000 and giving them to everybody?
Exactly.
But why does everybody want this Ohtani bobblehead? Can I ask a question for everybody? Is it because you're a collector, or is it because you are going to take it and you know that it's got tremendous value on eBay and you're getting there to get it to sell it? Is that why people do this?
I want one just to have one because everyone else wants it. That's what it is.
Oh, you want one because you don't have one because everybody else wants one.
I think that's a lot of people feel like, I would love to. I have a Shohei Ohtani Angels bobblehead, but not a Dodgers one.
Okay, I wonder if that's got any value.
There are a lot of people that it is for reselling it, putting it on eBay, whatever. But then there are people who genuinely collect all this stuff. Like, for example, my wife is going next week to the Freddie Freeman bobblehead giveaway night where they do the bobblehead of the walk-off granny. I can promise you she's not looking to sell that thing. She wants it because she wants to have it in her house because she's a massive Dodger fan.
See, but to me, if I'm a fan, I want that Freddie Freeman walk-off bobblehead more than I want like random Ohtani bobblehead because it reminds me of like one of the greatest moments of my fandom. You know, I don't really collect bobbleheads, Andy, but I do have 6. I have 6 bobbleheads, but all of them have a meaning. You know, like DeAndre, you got your new tattoo on your arm, right?
Yep.
And that's got meaning for you, yeah?
It does, yes.
What is it? I didn't hear this.
Oh, check out DeAndre's new tat. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's
Hold on, I'm rolling up the sleeves. I'm rolling up the sleeves.
He's sleeving out the arm. Take a look at it, Andy. Oh, Andy's actually getting up, leaving the suit. There's Andy Kamenetsky. He gets up from the chair. The chair spins around once and twice. Andy Kamenetsky goes into the main control room at ESPN LA, and now Andy Kamenetsky is checking out.
Okay.
He says,
Andy was like,
not so impressed, huh, Andy?
Well, no, it's not even that. It's just, I didn't want to keep up. I didn't want to hold up too much airtime with
I was doing play-by-play.
It's hard to see in there. It's dark in the studio, so there's a lot, and the ink is black. So
Right.
it's actually in the dark light, the black ink is hard to see. And it looked like also I was not able to see the entirety of the tattoo. Am I correct?
Yeah,
There's a little bit that was hidden under the shirt.
there was, yeah.
But it means something. See, my bobbleheads, I don't have many bobbleheads. I got 6 bobbleheads, Andy. They're all sitting right next to me right now. Here's my legendary friend, Dick Enberg, right here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my. Here's my horse trainer, Doug O'Neill. Here's my favorite San Diego Charger, Junior Seau. Here's my former San Diego Padre / Los Angeles Dodger / Houston Astros / Boston Red Sox, Mark Loretta. Here's Bill Walton, which I might share one day, this bobblehead with Dave Pasch. And then here's my basketball coach right here, Brian Dutcher, who introduced me around the Lakers front office. You feel me?
Yeah.
So this is my bobblehead collection.
You know what I like about yours, Cappy?
Tell
Yours
me.
is eclectic. Like, you have an unusual collection of bobbleheads. You don't have a lot of standard stuff. I doubt there are a lot of people who have many of the bobbleheads you have, much less all of them. Yours is very unique.
But they're all people that I'm connected to. These are all I have these bobbleheads simply because I'm connected to these people. Junior Seau, rest in peace. Bill Walton, rest in peace. Dick Enberg, rest in peace. I got 3 of my 6 bobbleheads are people that are dead.
Well, it sounded more sentimental and eclectic before you put it like that.
Right.
All my bobbleheads are dead.
Yeah. All right, coming back. Speaking of the Dodgers, ESPN released their list of the top 100 players in all of Major League Baseball. How many Dodgers made it onto that list? We'll get to that story coming right back. This is Sedano and Kap on 710 ESPN. But before I get there, let me go to Subaru. Let me talk about Ocean Subaru. Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. Hey, we're right there at 1100 South Euclid in Fullerton, right off the 91 freeway. Big shout out to my man Omar, who is the general manager. Omar spent 20-plus years in the U.S. Army. When my man, and by the way, Omar, thank you for your service. You are way more man than I am. You served. I didn't, but you served so that we have all of our freedoms, and we thank you for that. So Omar got out of the Army, and Omar went, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. He got into auto sales, found that he loved the art of the sale. Not only that, he loved working with people and getting them into the right cars. And now, all these years later, Omar actually runs the entire dealership. So come on down, especially if you're a veteran, because Omar really wants to take care of his veterans, his brothers and sisters that have also served. Go to oceansubaruoc.com for more information. But the Subaru product, and I've driven a bunch of them, the Solterra, the Crosstrek, the Forester, I love them because they're spacious, but they're sporty. They're versatile, and they're reliable. You got all the modern technology and always all-wheel drive. So if you are looking for a brand new Subaru, there is only one place to get that brand new Subaru. That's Ocean Subaru of Orange County of Fullerton, oceansubaruoc.com. Don't miss the Subaru A Lot to Love event. It is on right now. Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, where every journey starts with love.
The stage is set at BMO Stadium for one of the biggest soccer matches of the year.
BMO Stadium is rocking for the black and gold.
Los Angeles Football Club versus Inter Miami tonight in the heart of Los Angeles.
Oh, what a double stay by Hugo Lloris.
It's a star-studded night in the CONCACAF Champions Cup quarterfinals from downtown LA. LAFC face off with Inter Miami. Pre-game starts tonight at 8 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
So Mark Reel from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. Now open 24/7. Enjoy Century Bar and Grill's flavorful menu for lunch or late night dinners. Catch up with friends on game days while watching your favorite teams, or unwind and enjoy live music and crafted cocktails inside the Rays Lounge. Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, located next to SoFi Stadium, the Forum, and the all-new Intuit Dome. Hollywood Park Casino must be 21 plus to enter. For more info, go to playhpc.com.
Hey guys, you feel it? Days are getting longer, sun is getting warmer. Looks like our SoCal summer is right around the corner. Here in California, we are all about choosing chill. From hitting the beach to the best hiking trails to going all out to support our teams. One thing really all ties it together, and that's enjoying it all with good friends and a cold Coors Light. Pick up Coors Light near you or get it delivered to your door today. Visit CAChooseChill.com to learn more. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Quarterback Jordan Love isn't just on Green Bay's team. He's also on the American Family Insurance team. Because like us, he believes in dreaming fearlessly.
Just chase your dreams and don't let nobody hold you back.
And we help protect those dreams with the right coverage so you can
dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
And it is Sedano and Kap. Andy Kamenetsky's here in for Shat on your Wednesday afternoon. Today is National Reconciliation Day, Cappy. And let's say happy birthday. We lost him way back in 1984. What a legend. The great Marvin Gaye. Sedano and Kap continues your Wednesday afternoon right now.
Yeah, it's Sedano and Kap on a Wednesday afternoon, April 2nd. Andy Kamenetsky, as Christopher mentioned, in for Sedano. Andy, you know, when you think about this song, Let's Get It On, I saw yesterday in the Sedano and Kap Circle of Trust that Grant in L.A. posted a picture of Christopher and I. I don't know if you heard this yesterday, Andy. Did you hear what happened?
No.
Yeah.
No.
So it was DeAndre's birthday.
It's not what happened. It's more of what you did.
What I did or what
No.
What they did.
Okay.
What they did.
Okay, hey, I'm glad you said it that way. It really, come on, Lindsay Baseball.
It's
it really
true.
wasn't
It didn't
me.
just happen. You guys did it.
But it really wasn't me. Can we at least acknowledge that it wasn't me?
You participated for sure.
But okay. Here's what happened, Andy.
I mean, were you in it or were you not?
No, I was in it. I was all up in it.
Okay.
Exactly.
So you know, Chris and I like to do our whole thing, like where we take down the 22-inch glizzy.
Yeah.
You know, like he's on one side of the glizzy, I'm on the other side of the glizzy, and we meet in the middle, 11 inches in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, yesterday we had DeAndre's birthday, and we started celebrating DeAndre's birthday, and Lindsay Baseball brought a whole bunch of, were they Susie cakes or what were
Susie
they?
cakes, my
Fire.
favorite.
They're
Susie
fire.
cakes are
They're
so
fire.
good.
Oh,
Really,
man.
really good, Andy. Really good.
That's what Mace had at his party. He had a bunch of Susie cakes.
Oh,
Yeah,
man, I miss those.
You should have stuck around a little longer, Andy.
Oh, there was other stuff?
Well,
Anyway,
there
you're
were
getting off
lots of
track
things
here.
going on at
Yeah.
the party until late into the night.
No, I think I saw the beginnings of it.
Of the unraveling?
Yes, the beginnings of the appearances.
Yeah, right. I mean, put it this way. Everybody who was leaving late, we were needing to crawl into Ubers. But that all being said, so we're celebrating DeAndre's birthday yesterday, and Chris says, well, a cupcake doesn't have that much sodium in it, and now you just made a face, Andy. You just made a face like, what's the deal with the sodium?
Well, no, I understand why Chris he can't have the sodium anymore because as he's let us all know, he almost died.
Right.
Like he's brought this up many times. Chris
couple
almost
times.
died. Yeah,
right.
Just a couple times every segment of every show since he's returned. But I would never have thought about thinking about the sodium content of a cupcake just because
Don't worry, George looked it up.
Well, you don't use salt in cupcakes, I don't think. I don't think they would have a lot of salt.
Only about 200 milligrams, I guess.
Yeah, I think
That's
you're allowed.
low, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Chris. I think Chris says he's about to have like 2,500 milligrams in a day.
Okay.
So with half a cupcake, he could have like 125 milligrams of sodium. To which I say F sodium. Okay, that's my new thing. You have a T-shirt on that says "Girl Dad." I've got a T-shirt that says F sodium.
Nice.
So Chris decides yesterday that he wants to share the cupcake. He don't want to split it in half, take a knife like a normal human being.
Oh.
He wants to put half of it in his mouth and then have me take the other half out. And Grant in L.A. posted a picture of the two of us doing the whole thing, Glizzy style, where we're both sharing the cupcake.
Now, that's interesting because, there's very little buildup with a cupcake. Like, you guys are going to be mashing within, 2 seconds of that cupcake.
Right. And I know that, his tongue, touched my lips or something weird. It was gross.
No, his beard definitely touched,
His
the
beard
lips.
poked me in the lip,
That's not sanitary.
No, it's
At
not.
all.
And the guy's been talking for 2 weeks now about how his schwanz doesn't work anymore. And I was thinking that, that whole cupcake scene we were going to find out if the schwanz actually worked or not,
Well, I mean, but now if it still isn't working, does that feel like a reflection on you?
In some weird
does
way.
Does it make you feel a little less than sexy if it didn't get those schwans working again?
In a weird way, yeah. It was kind of like, let's see. Maybe this will turn you on. But schwanz still dead. Anyway,
wow.
That's unfortunate. Lindsay, what an unfortunate moment we find ourselves in. You know what I'm saying?
Well, really, Chris finds himself in. He's the one dealing
Chris
with it.
refutes what Cappy is saying, just for the
No.
record.
Oh,
He does
he's
not
saying
refute.
that. Is he saying that the schwans came alive during the cupcake?
No. Not during the cupcake, but he was saying in general it just takes, what was the word he used?
I don't know.
He just needs some notice.
He feels
said.
he feels he needs to be warmed up properly.
Said he needs notice.
That's
all.
as far as I'd go with that.
So, Andy, ESPN came out with their list of top 100 players in Major League Baseball. If you had to guess, how many Dodgers are on the list?
Top 100, I'm going to say a dozen. I think there's a dozen guys on the list.
A dozen guys. DeAndre, how many Dodgers do you suppose are on this list?
I said 5.
Okay. Lindsay Baseball.
I know the answer, so what's your guess, Cappy?
I would say 6 or 7. How about that?
Well, you and Andy are about the closest. There's 9.
9 guys.
Oh, we're if it's 6 versus 12, we are meeting right in the middle, Cap.
Right there, yeah.
But he said 6 or 7, which would make him closer.
Right. Well, anyway. So,
well, I could have said 11 or 12. You asked for a number.
I could have said 5 or 6.
That is true.
Yeah,
that is true.
I
He's
could have
right.
said anywhere from, 6 to 18, but that would have been way too much.
Right.
I was asked for a number.
I don't know. So, 10 to 20. I don't know. Something like that. I'm not sure.
that.
All right, Lindsay, give us the list of the Dodgers who made the ESPN top 100 players in baseball and where they rank.
Well, first I want to ask you guys, how many Dodgers do you think are in the top 10? Who do you know who number 1 is?
Watch this, Andy. You ready? Watch this. 2 or 3?
Come on.
Exactly.
Let's say, who do you think is in the top 10?
I would say Ohtani and Mookie for sure.
Ohtani, Mookie for sure.
Freddie.
Ohtani's 1, Mookie's 3, Freddie's 12.
I was going to say I didn't think Freddie would make it. Anybody else?
No, not in the top 10.
No. Okay, so I'll read you the next. So,
Ohtani's 1, Mookie Betts is 3.
Freddie's
so the
12.
Dodgers have 2 of the 3 best players in baseball, according to ESPN, and Freddie Freeman's 12. So now you got 1, 3, 12. Keep going.
All right, so at 34, you've got Blake Snell.
Which, listen, I mean, Blake Snell is a 2-time Cy Young Award winner. Blake Snell threw a no-hitter last year for San Francisco. So, yeah, I mean, he's 2 games into – well, actually, tonight he'll be 2 games into his career as a starter for the Dodgers. So, I mean, I guess, okay, I'll go with that.
Is Teoscar on there?
Teoscar Hernandez is on this list, by the way.
He is. How do you know, Cap? You're not supposed to look.
I didn't, but I'm flipping through now.
Okay. So on 42.
I'm going to flip through. I didn't realize that was
I'm going to
allowed.
flip through, too, now.
Flippy floppy.
42 is Yoshinobu Yamamoto, which is kind of surprising to me.
That he's that high or that low?
That high.
Okay, Yamamoto 42.
And then Teoscar's 53.
Okay, Teoscar Hernandez 53.
And then this one I'm very confused about. 60 is Roki Sasaki.
This one I don't get at all.
I don't get it. How?
I mean, Sasaki is new to Major League Baseball. He's 2 starts in, and his last start he went through 5 batters, 1 2/3. And so based
and then he
on
cried.
That's true. Based on what we've seen so far, I wouldn't even have the guy in the top 100. But
I wouldn't either.
But even if he had 2 really good starts, I wouldn't have him in the top 100 because it would have only been 2 games in Major League Baseball.
That feels like maybe the people behind this list buying into the hype a little too much because it was a big deal that the Dodgers got him. And I do think it's a big deal. And they've got time to let Sasaki get used to the game, develop as a player. Like, there is no rush with Sasaki. They don't need him to be an ace anytime soon. But, yeah, they may have jumped the shark on that a bit.
Okay, so Sasaki is he the
60.
5th Dodger? But is he the 5th? Okay,
He's the
5th
6th.
Dodger. Okay, keep
1,
going.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's the 7th.
Okay.
Next one is 75, Tyler Glasnow.
Okay,
That sounds about right.
That seems reasonable to me.
And then the last one is 80, Will Smith.
Also, yeah, he's a great catcher. It's a really premium position.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and I'm just curious, Mike Trout. You know, I mean, for a guy who was probably in the top 3 or 4, going back about 3 or 4 years ago, before all these injuries started happening, Trout on the list?
He's 33.
Okay, so still 33.
Damn, why
on the
is
list.
he so high?
Wow. It's crazy, DeAndre, that you say that because that was actually my reaction too.
Yeah.
Like, you can't even expect him to play enough to merit being 33rd. I mean, it sucks to say. I take no pleasure in it, but it's true. Like, how much do you expect him to be on the field?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm going to go to the Angels-Gardos game this weekend, and I'm like, my brother was like, isn't Trout hurt? And I literally had to look it up because I thought he was
played
hurt.
266 games over the last 4 seasons combined.
Right. I think he won the MVP. You'd have to go back and check me on this, but I think 2019 was his 3rd MVP. Again, I'm not going to say that I'm 100% sure on this, but I don't think I'm that far off.
Too bad we don't have George here to Google it.
I know he could hurry up and
Googling
research
it right now.
Okay. That's pretty amazing. So it was a total of 9 Dodgers?
Yeah, I believe so, right?
9 Dodgers in the top 100. Wow. Hey, I'll tell you what, Dustin May last night, I got to give this guy a ton of credit for a guy who, had not pitched since I want to say May of 2023 with multiple Tommy John surgeries. And while recovering from Tommy John, dude almost dies because he's eating like a crouton from a Caesar salad or something like that. Just getting back on the mound at 27 years old, persevering and fighting through it, and the pitching performance he had last night, I give that guy a lot of credit. Way to go, Dustin May.
2 things, Cappy. First of all, you were correct. 2019. That was the last season that Mike Trout won MVP. Second of all, I watched some of that game last night. May's stuff was filthy. I mean, absolutely filthy. Like, the key is going to be, can he stay healthy enough all season? Like, it's been a while since he's been through the endurance of an entire season. He looked so good, and you could tell how much this meant to him.
Oh, man, big
and, like,
time.
they kept cutting to his wife in the crowd, like, how emotional this was for everybody. Like, they know how much he's been through to get himself back on the mound again.
And Andy, as a bearded man yourself, you must have appreciated the facial hair that he was rocking last night.
He kind of looks like he's got a really interesting look Dustin May. Like, he's got this now it looks, I couldn't quite tell because he had a baseball hat on, but it kind of looked like a combination of a mohawk and a mullet going, because the sides are all shaved down now.
Can I just ask one thing before we go to break? How many Padres players are on the top 10?
I would say, if I had to take a guess, there's probably 4 or 5.
In the top 10?
Oh, no. In the top 10, probably none. I wouldn't say none.
Okay.
Unless Tatis is in there.
He's 15.
Oh, really? 15? Okay. So you would probably have Tatis, Machado, and then the Padres have 2 pitchers. Michael King, who had 11 strikeouts last night, and Dylan Cease, who got the win today over Lindsey Gardos. By the way, as much as Dodger fans are loving the 7-0 start, today Atlanta could start their season 0-7. The Dodgers could move to 8-0, and the Padres beat Lindsey Gardos for 3 straight, and the Padres moved to 7-0. So I love the fact that 2 division rivals are both the 2 remaining unbeaten teams in all of Major League Baseball.
Highest ranked was, you were correct, Tatis at 15, and then the next highest for the Padres, I believe, is Jackson Merrill at 23.
Oh, Jackson Merrill. So there's probably 5. Yeah, Jackson Merrill, by the way, how about this kid? 21 years old. Today signs a 9-year, $135 million contract.
Damn.
Guy's played 1 season in 7 games.
Dylan Cease is 31. I'm just scrolling through this right now looking for Padres. So that's 3 guys in the top 35.
And then you have Machado's 39 and Michael King's 58.
Yeah, so they got 5.
Okay.
They got 5. Not bad. Not
got
bad.
3 Gardos in there.
Yeah, who's the highest Gardo? Third baseman?
Jose Ramirez, he's 6.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, everybody stick around. Hang out with us, because coming up next, as Andy is in for Sedano, it is time for Lindsay Baseball, and it is time for Radio Tinder. That's next on Sedano and Kap on 710 ESPN.
But first, listen all this week to the Travis and DeMarco Show for your chance to win the Pechanga Angels prize pack, a pair of tickets to a future Angels game, and a limited edition Pechanga Angels jersey. Call in for a chance to win and answer Travis's Angels trivia question. Listen all this week from 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN.
It's the ultimate wrestling experience and your chance to win tickets to WrestleMania. 2 chances to win. Go to ESPNLA.com right now and register to be there Monday afternoon with O'Shea Jackson Jr., Cappy, producer Lindsay Baseball, and me at Hollywood Park Casino, broadcasting live from 3 to 6 p.m. Double your chances to win WrestleMania tickets in Vegas. Just go to ESPNLA.com right now and click the Ultimate Wrestling Experience. Bang!
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Want to sell your home because you're downsizing? Call Seller's Advantage. Want to sell the home that you've inherited? Call Seller's Advantage. Want to sell your home and take advantage of your equity? Call Seller's Advantage. No matter what your reason for selling, Seller's Advantage will make you a competitive cash offer and can close in as little as days or as long as you need. Don't worry about the condition of your home. You don't need to pay for costly repairs because they buy as is. Seller's Advantage has been buying homes for over 20 years, focusing on helping sellers get the highest offer possible without having to get it ready for the market or deal with agents or pay commissions. They make selling easy and painless. They'll even offer you a $10,000 advance for moving and other expenses. If it's time to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage for a no-obligation offer. Call 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-397-2747, or visit sellersadvantage.com.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
The LPGA Tour returns to Los Angeles for the JM Eagle LA Championship, presented by Plastpro, April 17th through the 20th at El Caballero Country Club. Come watch 144 of the world's best female golfers, including standout LPGA superstar Nelly Korda and back-to-back champion Hannah Green. Tickets start at just $25. First responders, military, kids under 18, and those affected by the Eaton and Palisades fires get in free. Get your tickets today at jmeaglelachampionship.com.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, millions of men experience ED, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. At HIMSS, our own board-certified urologist, Dr. Peter Stahl, knows this better than anyone, and he knows that HIMSS can help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, Senior Vice President of Men's Sexual Health at HIMSS. I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS.
Through HIMSS.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs. Options at up to 95% less than the brand names when you get started at hims.com/joy. To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% less than brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
And it is Sedano and Kap, Wednesday afternoon radio Tinder time. We like to play a TV thing. On this day in 1978, Dallas with the Ewing family premiered on CBS. You can follow her at Lindsay Baseball on Twitter or Instagram. As I like to say, take it away, producer Lindsay.
Thanks, Christopher. I don't really care about Dallas. I'm just going to get right into it.
What are you giggling about, Andy Kamenetsky?
Just Lindsay's very soft.
Thanks, Christopher.
Well, my voice is a little hoarse.
Oh, I did not know that.
You can't tell because I can. It hurts, too. Like, my throat hurts.
Oh, nothing worse than the horse.
It's true.
It happens every time I fly. Very weird.
By the way, Lindsay, the New York Knicks leading your Cleveland Cavaliers, 35 seconds to go, 34-27, as I see you rocking your Cavs hat. Could be a rough day for you if the Padres have swept your Gardos and if the Knicks
like
beat your Cavs.
the second series in the season, and then also the Cavs, like, they've completely taken their foot off the gas, and I think they will win because they're known for being a fourth-quarter team. However, I'm not concerned whatsoever if they lose the rest of the games this season.
Okay, there you go.
They've already secured, like, the number one seed in the East, so...
So let's play Radio Tinder.
Exactly. All right, so, Cappy, this one's especially for you.
Right.
A recent study done by QS Supplies surveyed 1,000 UK and American travelers on their thoughts about using the bathroom. So here's some nuggets that I found from this survey that might be of interest to you.
You're going to use the word nuggets when talking about the bathroom.
Sure am.
Gotcha.
So 1 in 3 Zoomers, which is a Gen Zer, right? A Zoomer?
Is that what they call them, really?
Yeah.
They call them Zoomers rather than Boomers?
Yes. 1 in 3 Gen Z are scared to use the restroom at their place of work, according to this
You
this
are
study.
correct, by the way, Gen Z. That is the correct lingo.
Also...
they're afraid to use the bathroom at work?
Yes, are afraid to use the bathroom at work.
And they don't even work with Cappy.
Yeah, really. I'll tear that thing up.
You'll put the fear of God in them.
35% of the people overall would rather hold it in than use an unfamiliar toilet. And if that wasn't unhealthy as it is, 1 in 5 travelers said that they've held it in for longer than 2 hours before finally finding a public bathroom to use. That sounds like... something that Cappy would say. And then also, this one's the best part. 23% of the Gen Z participants said they think passengers with smelly farts should be removed from a flight.
That's crazy.
How do you identify the person with the smelly fart?
I don't know, but
question.
it says that 29% of those travelers feel they should be compensated for sitting next to someone who farts while on a train, airplane, or other form of public transportation.
See, this is the problem with these young kids today. This is the problem with these Zoomers. They're soft, okay? They're just soft. It's true. Listen, first of all, I'll go to the bathroom anywhere. If I have to go to the bathroom, I'm going to the bathroom. I'll give you a perfect example, Andy. Just last week alone, I was walking down the street, okay, through my neighborhood, and all of a sudden it hit me. I'm like, uh-oh, where am I going to go? Well, don't you know I was lucky? It was a Sunday, and there was a construction site right nearby where I was. Somebody was building a house, and there was a one of those mobile, a porta potty.
What?
So there's a porta potty that the construction workers use, but it was Sunday and there was nobody there. So guess what? I went in there and used it.
That's bizarre.
No problem.
You're a brave man, Cappy.
No problem.
You are a brave man. Those things can be brutal.
It's a construction site. How many guys are there working? 5, 6, 10, whatever it is. It's not like I'm at a concert.
How long have they been there?
I don't know, but I went in there and
used
used
the last
it.
time it's been changed out, Cappy.
It was fine for me.
Well, I was going to ask you guys if you have any, like, bizarre bathroom habits from, like, public places.
Well, I would like to comment on that, if I may, for one moment.
And Cappy apparently seeks out every bathroom he can find.
I mean, no, we do know that he has a habit of, or he says that a hotel lobby bathroom is the best place to go.
Always the best. Always the best. There's no doubt about it. When I drive between South L.A. and downtown L.A., I've got all the different hotels marked as to where I can go use their bathrooms, and I can pull up and I can park and not be bothered. I've got like 3 of them. There's one at the John Wayne Airport. There's one a little bit further south, and I've got one a little bit further north. Nonetheless, the other day I walked into the bathroom at LA Live there in our building, and I saw a pair of shoes outside of the stall. So, like, I'm going to stand there and use the urinal, but next to it is the stall, and there's a wall, and there's a pair of shoes, and the guy's foot is like a little bit outside of the stall. And I looked at those shoes, and I go, I know whose shoes those are. I'm going to step on this guy's foot.
Whoa.
What is wrong with you, Cap?
I just thought it would be funny. You know whose shoes they were?
Hey, please tell me.
Morales.
Okay.
yeah,
Now
yeah.
it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Was this
the guy a
pre?
break.
Was
I
this
didn't- I
before
know, I didn't
or
do it.
after he almost died?
No, it was after he almost died, and I didn't step on his foot. I gave him a break.
Okay, I was going to say, but especially in his current state, you don't want to
Right.
surprise him with
No,
anything like that.
no, right, because then that device he's wearing will go off.
Exactly. You become liable at that point. That's a class action lawsuit there,
Yeah,
Captain.
I don't want any trouble.
So, Andy, are you one of these people who's, like, afraid to, like, use the bathroom in a foreign place, a public place?
I would not say I'm afraid, but I don't like it. Like, I am something of a germphobe as it is, so the stranger the bathroom I walk into, the more I just start thinking about who the hell else has been in there, their habits, all that stuff. I'm not saying I won't do it, but I don't like it. The more foreign a bathroom is, the more wary I get.
Oh, Andy, there's a great property, a great Marriott property in San Juan Capistrano. It's right off the freeway. Oh, my God, it's so clean. It's awesome. And when you pull up and the valet goes, hey, can we park your car? I'm like, no, I'm just going to be right here. I'm walking in for 30 seconds. I just got to drop something to one of your hotel guests, walk right past the front lobby and right into the men's room. It's beautiful.
But that though, that's a Marriott. Like right there, you're talking about a quality establishment. You know that they're up on their upkeep, all of that stuff. Like the stuff that makes me, the places that make me nervous are kind of the fly-by-night where you're not really sure when the last time that place has been cleaned. You start thinking about the folks that are also going in there because they have no other option. They don't feel confident enough like they can sneak into a Marriott like you, Cappy. They don't look sophisticated the same way you do.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, you look like a man about town.
Yeah, listen, I'm not. I don't discriminate when it comes to bathrooms.
Okay. Next one, DeAndre has.
All right, so during yesterday's Hawks and Trailblazers game, I actually sent you guys a clip in our group chat. You know, after every NBA game, they like to do activities for fans at the end of each quarter or halftime.
Right.
So during the halftime of the Hawks and Trailblazers game yesterday, they played a game of tic-tac-toe. In that game, where you make a layup, depending on where you are, what you are, either an X or an O. If you make a layup, you place it on whatever spot you want. So one of the participants was attempting a layup, the very first layup of the game, and he ended up tearing his ACL.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So I just sent you the clip in the group chat.
Pretty rough.
So my question to you guys is this more of an embarrassing moment or more of an unfortunate moment?
So the guy, I'm just watching it right now. So the guy is playing tic-tac-toe with a basketball, and one guy's got on a black bucket hat and the other guy's got on a red baseball cap, and they're about to do both of these guys look like they think they know how to ball too, by the way. So, the one guy goes up, and in the very first attempt, it looks like he slipped and fell, and he tore his ACL. I mean, very Kyrie-like. No joke.
Here's part of the problem, too, Cappy. You were saying, like, these guys are dressed like they know what they're doing. That makes it even worse. Like, they look like the guys that are dressed to get picked out of the crowd to do something like this because they think they're so good on the court. And then this guy basically just falls doing nothing.
Right,
Best
and
is
the other
commentary.
guy...
The commentary is the best.
You have it or no?
Yes, I can play it for you.
Yeah, play it.
So, James, Daz, are you ready? All right, then tick, tack, go! Hold on. Let's make sure my guy is good.
Oh, my guy was not good.
Oh, man.
My guy was not good.
man.
The other guy hit 2 layups, brought his exes to the midcourt, and he had no idea that the other brother was down.
Or he just knew, and he's like, well, man, ain't my problem. I still got to win. I got to win this tic-tac-toe.
Exactly. But the best one, she's like, oh, man, we got to make sure my guy is good.
Oh, man.
My guy. Sorry, my girl.
With the
not
bucket
good.
hat.
Not good at all.
You're right, Cappy. He did he brought down everyone with him.
He did, man. He took down the whole thing. It's unfortunate. That is too bad.
That's all I have for Radio Tinder, but don't forget, guys, join Cappy, O'Shea Jackson Jr., and me for a special viewing of Monday Night Raw on April 7th. That's this coming Monday at Hollywood Park Casino. One lucky listener is going to win a pair of tickets to WrestleMania in Las Vegas. So make sure you come out for that, and make sure that you RSVP for your spot at ESPNLA.com. You must be present to win, must be 21 or older to enter. Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room, now open 24/7.
All right, I'm looking forward to that on Monday. O'Shea's going to be there, you, me, Chris. And did I hear that DeMarco Farr is also going to be there?
DeMarco's going to be there, too.
All
so
right.
It's going to be a good time, a good reunion with DeMarco.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So, hey, listen, let me just tell everybody, especially all the dads out there, guys, you know how important it is that you are involved in your kid's life, and you know how important it is for your child to have you, their dad, in their lives. But sometimes, and it's really oftentimes, the family court system very unfairly favors the moms in legal disputes, especially custody disputes. That's where Real Father's Rights comes in. We are Real Father's Rights. We are a law firm that is dedicated to helping men get their justice and get their happiness. We're Real Father's Rights. We're fighting for dads. We're scoring for kids. We're going to get you the justice you deserve. The father's rights attorneys are Real Father's Rights. We are helping the dads navigate family law. You could be dealing with child custody. You might be dealing with a child support issue. You may be going through a divorce, possibly dealing with something domestic violence. Could be you, could have been your partner. Maybe you're dealing with a restraining order. Take it from me. Major pain in the ass. So any of these types of issues, Real Father's Rights, we are here to help the guys. Whether you're in L.A., OC, IE, SD, anywhere in Southern California, we are here to help. We have a dedicated phone line, especially for 710 listeners. It's 833-ESPN-710, 833-ESPN-710. And our website is RFR, like Real Father's Rights, RFR710.com. Let's get real with Mark Real and Real Father's Rights.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Every weekday morning at 9 a.m.
I got to hit it and salt it, so I just can't eat it
So
anymore.
you can't eat it? Oh,
Yeah.
you ruin the food.
Yes.
Okay.
Because, like, there's 2 bites of cake left or whatever. Like, I know I'm
You
going
put
to eat
salt
it.
on cake?
Because I don't want to eat it
That's
anymore. I've already
smart.
had, like, 90% of the slice of cake, and
That's smart.
I want to kind of stop eating cake.
It's Trav and D-Far. Back tomorrow after Clinton and Friends.
On LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's producer Lindsay, and you know I'm a huge wrestling fan. Join Cappy, O'Shea Jackson Jr., and me to watch Monday Night Raw on April 7th at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. We'll have ticket giveaways and a grand prize of 2 tickets to the Ultimate Wrestling event on April 19th in Las Vegas. Your attendance is your raffle entry. Plus, get a bonus entry when you RSVP at ESPNLA.com. But you must be present to win. See you Monday, April 7th at Hollywood Park Casino. Visit ESPNLA.com for details.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. And our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on retirement contributions, a very handsome reward indeed. With Robinhood Gold, your annual IRA contributions are boosted by 3%. Plus, you also get 4% APY on your cash and non-retirement accounts. That's over 8 times the national savings average. The perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% IRA boost on annual contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. Rates subject to change. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Over 8 times the national average savings account interest rate claim is based on data from the FDIC as of November 18th, 2024. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
And it is Sedano Kap here Wednesday afternoon. Andy Kamenetsky sitting in for Shan. Don't forget, we got LAFC at 8 p.m. tonight. LAFC versus Messi. I'm going to do this little wrestling thing, and we're going to play that WrestleMania song on this day in 1989. WrestleMania 5. The historic Atlantic City Convention Hall. Hulk Hogan beat Randy Macho Man Savage for the WWF heavyweight title. Remember, Monday afternoon at HBC Hollywood Park Casino, you can join O'Shea Jackson Jr., Cappy, producer Lindsay Baseball, and me, and your chance to win WrestleMania tickets this year in Vegas. Go to ESPNLA.com right now and RSVP. That doubles your chances to win, sucker. Sedano and Kap continues on this Wednesday afternoon right now.
Andy Kamenetsky is in today for Sedano. It's Sedano and Kap here on 710. Circle of Trust on fire today. Dead Meow is telling me that I'm similar to a Tesla, he says, Andy.
In what sense?
He says Teslas are able to map out a route and hit all of the charging stations, whereas me, I'm able to map out all the toilets on my route home.
It's like you have sonar, but for toilets specifically.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I like hotels. I mean, I just like pulling into a hotel and a good hotel lobby. They usually have very clean bathrooms. And the thing about hotels is nobody stops you.
If you're somebody who presents like Scott Kaplan, a man about town, they assume you're a guest here. You look like you can afford the stay, and you just walk in, you use their bathroom, and you leave.
And even if somebody were to say something, you go, yeah, I'm just meeting one of your guests right over here. Thank you. Thank you. No, I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah. Now, like I said before, I get wary about strange bathrooms, but a hotel is different. Like a hotel, I'm perfectly willing to settle in to the non-room bathrooms at a hotel. Like that I'm good with.
All right. David 100 says that portable toilets are cleaned once a week. And there's a label that's posted in it with the operator's initials and date. So you don't have to feel so bad about using a construction site portalet.
Well, you do if it's been 1 day versus 6 days since the last cleaning.
Oh, that may be true. Long Live Brown says that there are plenty of Ohtani bobbleheads, plenty of boxes, and he shot video over at Dodger Stadium, and it does look like they're pretty stocked, pretty locked and loaded here with bobbleheads. And by the way, somebody else told me earlier today that the Ohtani bobblehead is a 50-50 celebration from last year of home runs and steals. So that's the significance of tonight's. And then one last one. You know, my favorite person in the Circle of Trust, Andy, is Debbie. And she says that I should be banned from talking about the Dodgers. I should not be allowed to go to any Dodger games, and I should only be going to Padres games and talking about the Padres. I should be banned on the airwaves of 710 from talking about the Dodgers.
That, first of all, no. But secondly, that seems too extreme. I don't agree with that at all.
You're not supporting that?
No. I mean, look, you are allowed to both talk about the Dodgers and root against the Dodgers. Like, just because you are here at ESPN LA and the biggest part of our audience is Los Angeles, you are not obligated to love all of these teams. Like, you're not obligated to.
All right. Last one here. Grant in L.A. is one of my all-time faves.
Oh, I know which one. Which one.
He says,
a lot of Nuggets, Timberwolves.
So in this Golden State-Memphis game, I also wasn't watching it, but it's turned into a big national story. Have you heard about what happened with Ja Morant?
Yes, I am aware of that piece of it.
So for anybody that may have missed this last night, Ja Morant is like walking towards his bench during like a timeout, and he looks over at the Golden State bench, and I think he's kind of looking at Buddy Hield, who sort of is making a gesture at him of some kind, and Ja Morant kind of gives him like his fingers like two guns, like bang, 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 like he's shooting two guns over across at the Golden State bench, and it is turning into like an absolute S show. Like the whole world is like all talking now about, and the Lakers versus the Warriors is going to be, I mean, if you thought that Houston, LA on Monday night was playoff caliber, was playoff atmosphere. Just wait until tomorrow night, because I'm telling you right now, it's going to be insane. But you know that.
Oh, it's going to be a great game. It's going to be, plus also huge ramifications for the Lakers. If they win this game, they will be up a full 3 games on Golden State at the 4 seed, and there's only 6 games left for either team. Doesn't guarantee that the Lakers won't fall lower than 4, but it puts them in a really, really good place to solidify, if nothing else, they will have home court in the first round of the playoffs. It also puts them, I think, within a game of Denver, and they've got the tiebreaker over Denver. So if they can get tied with Denver at the very least, then they end up with the 3 seed and they avoid OKC for as long as you possibly can.
Yeah, but I'd like to see them not play Golden State in the first round. I don't want to see that 4-5 matchup. I mean, I would love to see LeBron against Steph. I would love to see Luka and Jimmy Butler. I mean, I'd love to see all the stars. I just don't want to see it in the first round because I'm fearful.
Well, then all the more reason for you to want the Lakers to win tomorrow night, because it gets them that much closer to the 3 and perhaps avoiding Golden State if they end up at the 4. So everything good tomorrow. I mean, it sounds obvious to say, but everything good comes out of them winning tomorrow, the Lakers. If they win this, there's a lot of positive ramifications from it.
All right, I'll get to this John Morant part of the story, and we'll come back to the Lakers and the Warriors tomorrow night. All coming up. We're going commercial-free for 30. The 30-minute commercial-free segment is on the way. We're pulling up into the top of the hour. This is Sedano and Kap on 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Mace. Looking for some fun and excitement? You got to check out Chumba Casino. It's 100% free to play. No purchase required. Enjoy hundreds of thrilling social casino games anytime, anywhere, like bingo, slingo, slots, and solitaire. Get in the action. Play now for a chance to redeem some serious prizes at ChumbaCasino.com.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Delaware, Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey guys, it's Kap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256, or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
The LPGA Tour returns to Los Angeles for the JM Eagle LA Championship, presented by Plastpro, April 17th through the 20th at El Caballero Country Club. Come watch 144 of the world's best female golfers, including standout LPGA superstar Nelly Korda and back-to-back champion Hannah Green. Tickets start at just $25. First responders, military, kids under 18, and those affected by the Eaton and Palisades fires get in free. Get your tickets today at jmeaglelachampionship.com. 710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. This is the city, Los Angeles, California. It's 5 p.m. in the Southland. Turn it up, man. Time to blow that 5 o'clock whistle with Sedano and Cappy.
That's right, it's the 5 o'clock hour on Sedano and Kap. And it's time for 30 minutes non-stop.
Sedano and Kap on 710 ESPN.
With fun and frivolity, tomfoolery and hijinks, and Cappy doing his thing. Thanks to our friends at Real Father's Rights. Real Father's Rights, the father's rights attorney.
Visit rfr710.com or call 833-ESPN-710.
Let's do it, 5 o'clock in the Southland.
30 minutes of non-stop Sedano and Kap starts now.
You ready for this?
And time for the Real Father's Rights 5 o'clock hour on 710 ESPN. Let's do it, Jack!
Bing, ba-dum, bing. Yeah, come on, Andy. Oh, go, Andy. Yeah. DeAndre, look at Andy's moves. He went from bass to piano to drums.
I'm like the prince of this station.
Yeah. Yes, you are. 30 minutes commercial free. It's Sedano and Kap. Andy Kamenetsky is in for Sedano. DeAndre is flying this plane, and Lindsay Baseball is in the back making suggestions, as she normally does. This is Sedano and Kap on 710. So, hey, just to finish this up, Andy, on the John Morant thing, and DeAndre, I want to hear what you think also. There's a timeout in this game between Golden State and Memphis, and both teams are walking to their respective benches. And Steph Curry and Draymond Green are walking one way, and John Morant is walking towards them, and Morant is pointing his fingers like he's got like a shotgun, and he's pointing over at Buddy Hield.
More like a
apparently.
handgun than a shotgun. A shotgun would, require like the what do you call it, like the pump action stuff like that.
But
more
watch
handgun.
it. No, but watch the video.
Oh,
watch the video. It's kind of like, I don't know. To me, at first, I thought also it's he's got two hands out and rifle-y. You know what I mean? Take it from a guy who don't know nothing about no guns.
Oh, yeah, as do I. I don't know anything either.
But the funniest part of the video is not even John Morant, and that's gone viral, and everybody's just disgusted by it because we know his history with guns and how it got him suspended and everything. But watch Draymond Green's reaction. Draymond and Steph are walking. Morant walks right in between the two of them, and Draymond's like, yo, what's that? Like, what's he doing? And then he looks right at Steph, and he's like, yo, you see him? He's pointing with guns, like as if Steph Curry's supposed to do something about this.
The whole thing is ridiculous. Like, the whole thing is silly, which is why also, like, I get why Ja is in this situation. I don't have any sympathy for him because he's the guy who put himself in that situation. But, like, really, we're investigating this? Like, really?
And by the way, and Buddy Hield is involved in it?
Yeah, I know.
Well, wait. Buddy's done something so wrong because he had a gesture and then Ja had some gestures back at Buddy, but we all know Ja's history and his posts on social media and the suspension because of guns and everything else. And now wait, and Buddy's over there going, what? Well, I was just doing my thing on the bench. What did I do? It's unbelievable that we're even having this conversation.
Like, I mean, it's honestly ridiculous. Like, again, Ja is the one who put himself in this situation. And if you want to say because of this situation, Ja should be more aware, have more self-awareness, like, don't do that, like, fine. Like, all of that, I'm here for it. But at the same time, like, the idea of investigating this, the idea that Ja could get suspended, like, there are guys all the time who, after hitting threes, do like the holstering the gun gesture and putting it like is that okay? Like, if we're trying to cut down on any gun imagery in the NBA, like, why is that allowed? Like, that's gun imagery.
I think it's a difference between that gesture and what he did last night, because he was literally pointing at the Golden State.
Pointing the fake gun?
The fake gun,
his fingers. He was actually pointing his fingers.
But still, the gesture behind it and actually pointing it towards, like Steph Curry and Draymond Green.
I certainly hope it wasn't loaded.
Right? But I was just saying, like, there's a difference between that than a LeBron hitting a crunch time bucket and him doing it because out of hype. He was literally doing that when they were down. You know what I mean?
But what does it mean, DeAndre? Does it mean, hey, I'm a violent guy who has shown up on Instagram a couple of times with guns. So guess what? These fingers right here, you know what they mean.
Well, wait a minute. Didn't you guys see that, like, the NFL just announced during, like, over the course of these, like, owners meetings that they're going to, any violent gesture is going to be included in the celebration penalties.
Like the throat slash thing.
Correct. And like the nose wipe celebration, anything that they
What is the nose wipe celebration?
It's because I guess it's like they say that it insinuates gang connections.
What?
Yeah, the Cowboys, just look up CeeDee Lamb. He's the one that does the nose slide.
So now they'll get a penalty for anything that they considered a violent gesture or a sexual taunting. So the NFL has made like
Sexual
a
Taunting
blanket
was the name
rule.
of my fourth album.
You're right.
Really? What, your fourth album?
Yes.
Is known as Sexual
great-
what?
it is
Sexual Taunting
yeah,
was
it's
the
a
name
great
of my
album.
fourth album.
Sexual Taunting.
That's right.
Huh? I'm just looking up this CD Lamb thing. Wait a second. So what now? When CD Lamb wipes his nose?
Yeah, when he gets a first down or he scores a touchdown, he normally does that gesture. You know, the nose slide. I don't want to do it because it's a.
Because you would get fined by the NFL if you
I'll
did.
get fined. Yeah.
I don't know what a nose swipe is, and I don't know what it means to whoever it means it to, because all it means to me is my nose is running.
Okay, but again, I don't think
Definitely
there's anything.
not what it means.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with the NFL having like a blanket rule that they don't want to like promote violence. You know, I just don't think there's anything wrong with them
Well,
banning these gestures.
Who was it though? A couple of years ago that did ban the throat gesture, the slit your throat gesture. Somebody banned it.
The NFL.
It was the NFL.
I mean, they've now like made a blanket no violent gestures policy.
But I want to know how far this goes because, like, okay, if you do the thing where you have like 2 fingers out, 1 thumb up, I think that's generally considered like the universal sign for gun, like finger gun, like that.
Just don't do it. Just don't do it. What's the big deal? Just don't do it.
Fine. Oh, no,
I don't get it.
Ja should be more self-aware, not arguing that he shouldn't. It's his own fault he's in this situation. But like if you do 1 finger out, 1 thumb up, is that considered a finger gun or is that considered
Apparently.
like just pointing at someone?
Anything that gets a question.
Yeah, like that's more of like a hey,
If you got a
hey.
question, just don't do it. It's not that hard. Just don't do it.
I still don't know what the wiping of the nose thing is all about. I mean, I really don't understand that
Google
one
it,
at all.
Cap.
Well, what do you mean Google it?
Google it.
You mean, well, I Googled CD Lamb nose gesture. What do you think I should Google, Linz?
I don't know. I
Me
mean,
neither. That's the problem.
Google like the meaning behind it.
The meaning behind CD Lamb's nose wiping?
Yeah.
Is that what you guys want me to Google?
Yes.
Yeah, Google it, yeah.
There's speculation that the gesture could be linked to gang-related signs.
Per Troy Vincent, who once played in the league, he's now the EVP of football operations. It has gang connotations, disrespect. This, by the way, is a tweet from our guy Andrew Siciliano explaining this.
Here's what Google says. The nose wipe is a gang sign associated with the Bloods per Pro Football Talk.
So there you go.
So Pro Football Talk is a real, I mean, like when you think about, gang-related content and trying to break down what gestures mean what on the streets, I go to Pro Football Talk.
I'm finding right now from SB Nation, it goes back to also Young Thug, who has had, he was recently facing jail time and on gang and drug charges. He's been charged in a RICO case as well, but he's also known, according to this article, as King Slime, the leader of the gang Young Slime Life, which is an affiliate of the Bloods gang. Young Slime Life will also say slat, meaning slime love all the time, but will often wipe their noses by putting their index finger under their nose, and the rest, it says, is self-explanatory, though Cappy and I are both like, no, it's not.
Yeah, like drugs, like people wipe their nose when they're, doing the drugs.
I don't know. I don't know what happened here.
Cappy and I are more confused
Just don't
than
do
ever.
it. That's it. You're not allowed to do it anymore. Just don't do it.
According to Pro Football Talk, when you wipe your nose, it indicates that someone is not trustworthy. When asked about this, CD Lamb says that he's giving up his nose wiping because he already has his new celebrations going for the new season.
There you go. Just come up with new ones. That's all you got to do.
This all goes back to John Morant and the pointing of the guns. If John Morant had not been suspended for all of the gun content on Instagram, may I ask this question? Would this be a big deal today?
Absolutely. I don't think the league would even have noticed or cared if he didn't have this passed. I don't think they would have noticed or cared in the slightest.
The NFL does.
Apparently so.
I mean, do you think he should be suspended, Cappy? Or
I do not.
Disciplined?
I mean, honestly, I don't. It's like, what are they going to do to him? Go, hey, listen, we suspended you for showing off your gat on Instagram, but even your fingers indicating that there's some gun stuff. We don't like that you're suspended. Come
I
on,
would
give me a
say
break.
we're suspending you for one game because you are an idiot. That's
Well,
why.
now that's different.
I would say fine him for being an idiot. Like if you want to try to reinforce the idea of no, seriously, Ja, don't do this. Fine him.
You can't fine him any amount of money that's going to matter.
But this is not enough to do a whole investigation behind it. Like we've been through that. He did his whole suspension and went away from the NBA for a little bit. There's no need to go into investigation and see what relation he has outside of the NBA.
I mean, this is what I think is also so stupid about it from the league's perspective. This was something that I guarantee nobody noticed in real time. Like, I was on social last night because I was watching the Minnesota-Denver game. I'm keeping up with, the conversation about it. Nobody was talking about this at all. So whatever image problem the league is concerned about with Ja Morant and guns and whatever, they're the ones bringing it to the forefront by investigating this thing that nobody noticed or cared about.
Well, Andy, there was one person that noticed and cared, and that was Draymond Green. Because if you watch the video one more time, Draymond was immediately pissed. And then he turned over to Steph like, did you see that? Did you see what he just did? Like as if Steph was supposed to police the situation. So I must tell you, I really wasn't watching the Memphis Golden State game last night, Andy, and here's why. Because last night, I had to do something I didn't want to do.
What is?
I had to watch White Lotus episode 7, which is the episode right before the finale of the year. And I'll tell you why I didn't want to watch it, Andy. Because I'd already watched it. But the reason that I was compelled to watch it last night,
I know where this is going,
is because my girlfriend said to me last night when I got home, it was like 9 o'clock at night. She goes, hey, let's watch the most recent episode of White Lotus. And I'm like, my initial thought was, I was just about to say this. Oh, no, that's okay, babe. I've already seen it. But I edited myself. I stopped myself before I could say that to her. Because if I would have said that to her, she would have said, wait a second, you went on and watched the next episode of White Lotus without me? And at that point, Andy, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
So instead I said, yeah, that's a great idea, babe. Let's watch White Lotus. And I watched White Lotus episode 7 for the second time last night.
Now, how all out did you go in convincing her that this was your first time seeing the episode? Like, did you exaggerate your reaction to certain scenes? Were you really trying to go all out and convincing her, or were you just watching the thing and being like, okay, fine, she's not going to notice it. I just have to do this with her and we're all good?
That is a great, great, great question, because I was on the verge several times of saying the line that was coming before it was coming, because I remembered it so vividly from watching it the first time. So I had to stop myself from actually uttering the line. Like, there's the one scene where the mom and the son are getting ready to go to the party, and he's like, come on, let's go. And she's like, I don't want to go. I don't feel good about this. And he's like, let's go. And she goes, and she said something. He goes, well, I'm hungry. And I was about to say, I'm hungry. Like, I knew the line before it was coming, but I stopped myself before I did that because I didn't want her to know that I'd already seen it. And to your point, there were several times where I really didn't need to laugh out loud, but I did laugh out loud so that she thought I was giving my natural reaction. But by the end of White Lotus episode 7, which I watched for the second time last night, Andy, I was falling asleep because I'd already seen it. I already knew what happened.
What's going to happen if she knows that you watched it without her? Like, what's the worst that could happen?
Well, I don't know that it's going to be terrible. I don't know, but I don't think she's going to beat up on me, but she'd be like, why didn't you tell me you watched it? Or why'd you go on without me? I thought this was our thing.
Do you think she picked up at all that you had already watched it? And if so, do you think she said nothing because she just appreciated that you would watch it again? Or do you think she was trying to see, like, okay, where's he going to give himself up? Will his conscience give in and finally he'll confess? Like, where do you think Rachel's reaction was to all this?
I believe that Rachel had no idea, no inkling that I had already seen episode 7 and that I was willing to watch it.
Well.
I played it, Lindsay, like a real actor.
That's pretty good, Cap.
Now, does she listen to this show?
She could be listening right now. She could honestly be listening at this exact moment.
You would have gotten the text already.
Well, maybe. She took her sons to the Padres-Guardians game earlier today. So she could be sitting in traffic and on her way back up.
Now, this is going to be interesting. If she is listening and she does know, you're going to have to be aware of, like, okay, is she going to try to trap you in the lie? Is she going to say certain things, trying to see how you're going to react? Like, if she knows, and then all of a sudden you have to figure out, does she know? Like, every single sentence she says, you have to try to figure out, okay, is the subtext, I know you cheated on me with the White Lotus episode 7?
Listen, you're on to something here, and I'm going to be exceptionally careful tonight when we have dinner.
There's a lot of game within the game going on right now.
There really is. Now, let me ask you this question. Have you seen episode 7 of White Lotus?
Yeah.
Like it?
Yeah. I think this season's been boring. I got to be honest. I think it's been a really boring season.
Wow. I, on the other hand, liked White Lotus season 1.
Loved season 1.
Didn't love season 2 and almost didn't come back for season 3. Came back for season 3, and I think season 3 has been outrageous.
I love season 3. I just think that it's, and again, people need to remember the first season was only, I think, 6 episodes. The second one was 7, and this one is 8. So people are complaining that it's slower than the others. I think they're just spreading out the plot lines a little more because they have more episodes to cover.
See, it feels to me like a lot of stalling. Like every episode, it feels like there's nothing happening.
I agree that more could have happened up until the finale, but we got 90 minutes to hash a lot of things out.
I was going to say there is a lot that needs a bow put on it because I just feel like there's been 7 episodes of is anything really going to happen?
I think that the family that's the from North Carolina with Parker Posey, the mom, and the 3 kids, I think something weird is going to go down between the younger son and the daughter. I think something weird is getting ready to happen between those two because something really weird already happened with the brother and the other brother.
Yes.
So I think something weird is going down there for sure. I think something strange is going to go down between the security guard and the girlfriend who works at their same resort. I think something's going on.
Guy talking mook.
Because now, and I don't want to give this away for anybody that hasn't watched episode 7 yet, but now that he has figured out that he doesn't have this great ambition. He's not really a tough guy. She's kind of trying to push him into, being a little bit tougher. And now he realizes the 3 guys that are messing with the 3 girls, the one with the actress, now that he knows what he knows, something's going on there too. So what else has to happen in the last episode?
First of all, we need to get some type of resolution to the weird thing you're talking about between the brothers and maybe could get one up with the sister and the brother. I need to know the why they went there. Because right now, to me, it just feels like shock value as opposed to, was there actually a point to any of this? I need to see where it goes with, what's his name, Walton Goggins' character. Is it Rick?
Yeah.
Where does this go with Rick? He has the confrontation. I'm not going to let people know what happened if you're still catching up, but there's a big confrontation that's been led up to now, and the confrontation itself is pretty unresolved, and he's off in Bangkok. There's a lot of I need to know, not even just how we got here, but why we got here.
Lindsay, any other outstanding storylines that we need resolution on here in the final episode?
I think you guys covered them all.
All right, there you go. Well, tomorrow night I won't be watching any White Lotus because I will be in the house for the Lakers and the Warriors tomorrow night. I got to say, I'm really, really excited about this game because I said a couple of weeks ago when the Lakers played the Knicks, and oh, by the way, that was the LeBron goes after Stephen A game, and then Stephen A goes on what LeBron calls, a Taylor Swift kind of tour after the fact, right? And the two of them have been talking about each other nonstop to the point where I almost think that these guys choreographed this and they made the whole thing up. But I said after that game, that Knicks game, it had a feeling of East, West, New York, L.A. It had a feeling of a playoff game. And then this past Monday night, knowing where Houston sits in the standings, knowing that Houston is this young and physical, almost not, I'm not going to say dirty because I think that's just way too extreme. They're just very, very physical. They got their hands and their bodies all up in your business. And so that had a playoff atmosphere. Maybe it's the time of the season. Maybe it's the opponent. Maybe it's the records. Maybe it's that the Lakers aren't clawing their way into the play-in and they're actually going to be a playoff team. But tomorrow night is going to be one of the climaxes of the season.
Well, this was something that Brian and I talked about on today's Locked On Lakers. We've gotten to a place in the season now where you start talking about, who would you prefer to play in the first round? Would you ever look to manipulate seeding, anything like that? And what I think is great for the Lakers in terms of getting themselves in the right headspace, these last games being really exciting, is you can't intentionally try to move down with the seeding so tight. Because let's say you were trying to avoid OKC and you didn't want to be part of the 4, and you were okay, let's try to get really clever, get ourselves at 6. you could FAFO and all of a sudden you're the 7 and you're back in the play-in. Like, it's too tight for any shenanigans like that. The only thing you can look to do if you're the Lakers is keep winning and rise. Like, try to get yourself out of the 4 if possible, but at the very least maintain that 4 seed. And if they win tomorrow against the Warriors, it doesn't guarantee that they keep a 4 seed at the lowest, but they'll have 3 games up over Golden State with just 6 games left. It makes you pretty safe. So there are a lot of implications for this game tomorrow for the Lakers. And also, too, like, just down the stretch, I imagine the Lakers are going to keep playing. Like, they're going to look to be competitive. They've got 2 games coming up against OKC. Like, this should be really, really entertaining down the stretch.
I'm going to just ask for a point of information in what you just talked about, Andy.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say FAFO?
I did say FAFO.
DeAndre, you know what FAFO stands for?
FAFO.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Lindsay, you know what FAFO stands for?
Nope.
Andy, I admitted I didn't know what it meant either.
F around, find out.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Oh. Oh, really?
I redeemed myself for not knowing who Silk was earlier.
Ooh. Hey, now. Ooh.
FAFO?
FO. Oh, my. Ooh. Oh, my.
Oh, my.
Ooh. Oh, my.
I
had no
symphony
idea.
Of Cappy reaction.
Oh, my God. F around and find out. FAFO. Do people use that? Is that, like, commonly known?
I believe it's what the kids are saying, yes.
Is that right? I did not know that.
I haven't heard that.
Okay, I'm going to right now Google FAFO.
FAFO.
Yep, I am correct. The AI overview, FAFO, a slang acronym that stands for F around, find out, used as a warning that actions will inevitably lead to consequences.
Oh, wow. Andy, that was very cool of you, man. That was really cool. Hey, right, what can I say?
Sounded like one of the kids there.
What can I say? You know, what can I tell you? FAFO.
FAFO, baby.
So Lakers tomorrow night against Golden State. Play should be jumping. Play should be just out of control. Then on Friday night, so back-to-back against New Orleans. Then Sunday at Oklahoma City with a day off in between. Tuesday remaining on the road at Oklahoma City. Then on the road at Dallas. Now, let's just pause on that for 1 second, Andy. Wednesday, April 9th, 1 week from today, Lakers in Dallas. Luka's return, and the Lakers get a chance to see Anthony Davis. At least I'm going to guess he'll be playing because he's been playing over these last few games.
He has been playing. He is trying to help the Mavericks, if not get all the way up to like the 8th seed. Well, actually, no, they can't reach the 8th seed right now. He's just trying to make sure that they end up staying in the play-in. I don't think they have got enough games left to reach the Clippers.
I will tell you this about Anthony Davis coming back and playing for the Mavericks. I'm actually super impressed.
Yeah.
And here's why. Because, truth be told, he didn't have to come back. Like, he could have very easily said, hey, look, guys, you traded for me. I came down here. I was hurt before I got here. I got hurt when I played in that first half. I played really well, but I got hurt again. By the way, we're probably not going to win a championship this year, given the circumstances of who's been in the lineup, who's been out of the lineup, my health, my conditioning. You know what? I'm gonna say no go.
Oh, dude, you could argue on a lot of levels. It's actually not smart of AD to be coming back at all. Like, whether you're talking about his own health and the possibility of re-aggravating this, if you look at his numbers since coming back, like, I know he's been on something of a minutes limit. He's only played 30 minutes once, but he looks like a guy that is still recovering. Like, he has not put up anywhere close to the numbers that he was on the way of having before he got hurt again in Dallas. I think he got hurt in Dallas because he came back too early, because he was trying to get the world off Nico Harrison's neck after that trade, and all the Mavericks fans so upset. Like, you could absolutely argue it would be much smarter of AD to just shut it down for the season, but he's a competitor. I think he is a professional, and he feels like, this is my team. I want to be the face of this team. These are the things that faces do.
Well, I think the other part of it is, it's like, okay, I came out, I got hurt, I had missed a whole bunch of games. The pressure was amped up on the organization because of the trade of Luka, and then to magnify things even beyond that, then Kyrie gets hurt and Kyrie's out. So I would like to come back and play so that, I can redeem myself, not only just to me, but to your fan base. And I want to get this fan base excited to have me because, frankly, they're not excited to have me because they're still more upset about losing Luka than gaining AD. And this is something George would say, so I'm going to say it like this. Get ready for this, Lindsay. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Tell me if you're ready, Lindsay.
I'm ready.
I was talking to an NBA insider.
Perfect.
And this particular NBA insider told me that Jason Kidd told Anthony Davis, don't come back. We don't want you to come back. We want you healthy for next year. There's no reason for you to rush back. But Anthony Davis very much forced his way back into the lineup. Now, Andy, this is when I would say to George, tell me who said that.
I mean, it was Brian Windhorst. That's the only NBA insider you know.
It is not Brian Windhorst.
It's McMahon.
Well, it's
you mean like
Tim McMahon, yeah.
Vince McMahon?
No, it's got to be McMenamin.
Linda McMahon?
Jim McMahon?
Who was Cappy talking to at the last Lakers game?
Yes, you are correct, oh great one. They have no idea who Ed McMahon is.
I did not know that.
I did not know that. That is wild. So it wasn't windy, just so you know, Lindsay Baseball. And and who else did you guys name?
Well, McMahon or McMenamin?
And that wasn't McMenamin, because McMenamin covers the Lakers. He don't know what's going on.
So it was Tim McMahon.
Tim McMahon.
Who's Tim McMahon? I don't even know who that
Tim
is.
McMahon Tim McMahon covered. He's covered.
He
the
knows
Texas
who he is.
teams.
He's just messing with you
Covered
because
the
he was
Texas
in
teams for years.
studio
He's got the
and he
Luka
hung
book.
out with them.
I don't even know who that guy is.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
He's got the Luka book.
All I'm telling you guys.
Right, that's why. That's
all
why
I'm telling you. Hey, I was talking to an insider. That's all I'm saying.
You know what this sounds like to me, by the way? This is a lot of smoke screening to cover that it's Bontemps. It's actually Tim Bontemps.
Hear that?
You're
Hear
trying
that?
to throw everyone off the scent.
I don't think so.
No, I don't even know who that is either.
It's Tim
I don't think he
McMahon.
does. It's Tim McMahon.
So here's
Could be
just-
Momo.
Could be. Very much could be. So just to get back to this last stretch for the Lakers, Golden State tomorrow night, place is going to go crazy. Friday night against New Orleans, then hit the road, Oklahoma City, then back-to-back with Oklahoma City, Sunday, Tuesday, then Dallas, where we stopped because the whole Anthony Davis conversation, Luka's return to Dallas, then home against Houston again, this is next Friday, and then the final game of the season, Portland. This is a very, very tough stretch for the last few games of the season. Those two Oklahoma City games and at Dallas with all the emotion, Houston back here after a very close game this past Monday night. This is a tough stretch, Andy.
Yeah, and I know there are some people who wonder whether or not OKC will play their guys in these games just because they may have home court throughout the playoffs clinched at that point. I would be surprised if they didn't play all of their guys at least in one of those games, because I would not want to face the Lakers in the playoffs, like this version of the Lakers that they've never gone up against, essentially cold, where you've never played them before, and all of a sudden it's like you're having a dress rehearsal in game one of the playoffs. Like, I understand if Mark Daigneault decides he doesn't want to put out all of his guys in both of those games, but I would actually be surprised if he didn't do it for one, and I honestly think it would be pretty stupid of him not to do it for at least one.
Yeah. We went from Ja Morant and then the NFL and violent gestures into a full breakdown of White Lotus. We came back to talk about Lakers Warriors, then the Lakers schedule. Then we talked about Anthony Davis, Dallas, and that emotional game, and then how tough this final stretch is for the Lakers, which then leads me to the final part of this segment, commercial-free 30 minutes. Unbelievably sad news to learn of the death of Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
At only 65 years old.
I know. He'd been dealing with throat cancer for, I think, at least a decade. This has been talked about by his children, so it's okay to say it. He's a Christian Scientist, and because of that and the way the religion treats a lot with medicine, he was very reluctant to get traditional medical treatments for it. And I think eventually his family had to convince him to do it, but I think there could be a chance that maybe he didn't start quick enough, something like that. But just, there's a great documentary that came out a couple years ago that Val Kilmer was involved with making about himself, and it came in this period where he really can't speak, and it's really, really fascinating and touching.
It'll
and
make you
funny.
cry,
Yeah,
for sure.
It's called Val. It's really, really good. And he's a great actor, man. He was a really good actor.
Like, when I think of Val Kilmer, I think of two things in particular, and I know they're probably not the two things that most fans think about. The original Top Gun, Iceman.
Yeah.
Like, I think about that role. I mean, because I think Val Kilmer was as important to the original Top Gun as Tom Cruise was. I mean, I really think his character was that important. And the second one, what was the name of the movie where he played Jim Morrison?
The Doors.
Was it just called The Doors?
Yeah.
Now, everybody tells me, and this one I haven't seen, what's the Western that he's in?
Tombstone.
Which people tell me, because I was talking about this with people today, that this is his greatest role. He steals the screen.
He does.
He's incredible in Tombstone, and they say it's timeless. And I'm like, I didn't see Tombstone. I'm like, you didn't see Tombstone? I got to see Tombstone now.
He's really good in Tombstone. He plays Doc Holliday. He plays him during this period where Doc Holliday was sick with tuberculosis, and he plays him with a lot of quirks and a lot of like confidence, even though he's dying. It's a really, really good performance. He's great in Heat, the Pacino De Niro movie where Pacino plays a cop that is pursuing Robert De Niro and this crew of professional thieves. He's part of De Niro's crew. It's a great, great movie. It's a really funny movie he did with Robert Downey Jr. called Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, where it's like a buddy cop movie by the writer of Lethal Weapon and The Nice Guys, and the two of them are really, really funny. He plays a detective, an out gay detective, and his name is Gay Perry, and he and Downey, he and Downey are so funny playing off each other. This is like during a period where Downey was trying to get his career back after all the issues with the drugs and prison and stuff like that, and the two of them are just hilarious.
And which Batman was he in?
He was in Batman Forever, I believe is the name of it.
Yeah. So Val Kilmer, I tell you, man, when somebody dies at 65 years old, somebody said to me today, that's not that old. I go, no, that's young. When you're 85 and you drop dead one day, that's old. Yeah. When you're 95 and they go, what happened? I don't know. He was 95. That's what happened. But when you're 65, and I know you've been dealing with cancer for many years, still, 65, dude, is young.
It is. I mean, it is really one of those taken too soon. Also, some of his early comedies, Top Secret and Real Genius, those are some of his early roles. He's really, really funny. He was, I don't know if he still is, but at the time out of high school, he got accepted into Juilliard, the really prestigious art school, and they have a prestigious theater school. I think he was 17 when he got accepted, and he was, at the time, the youngest student ever admitted to Juilliard. So, his talent was discovered at a super, super young age.
Well, sad. Rest in peace, Val Kilmer, and sending love to all of his friends and family that are tuning in today all around L.A. Hey, listen, we're going to get into Big Deal or No Deal. That's coming up next. Before we do, I want to just say to everybody that if you are thinking about selling your home, I promise you this, it does not have to be a hassle. It does not have to be a pain in the tuchus. With Seller's Advantage, you can skip the agents, forget the commissions, and you'll never have to make any costly repairs. That is because by the time you pay for repairs and agent fees, I'm telling you right now, Seller's Advantage will buy your home for a fair and competitive price without the worry of the deal falling through. If you've ever sold a house and had a real estate agent come to your house, hey, you got to paint the walls because gray is a better color for a buyer who's going to walk in. They may not like that color. Or, hey, we got to steam clean the carpets, and we got to fix all this, and we got to do some landscaping. We got to make curb appeal. Forget about all that nonsense. I'm telling you right now, Seller's Advantage is going to buy your home for a very fair, very competitive price. As a matter of fact, Chris Chavez, who is a real Seller's Advantage customer, told us, quote, Seller's Advantage was definitely the best company I've worked with. They offered me more than I expected, and the whole process was great. I can't say enough about the experience. Much better than going through a realtor. Thank you, Chris Chavez, for that comment. Get your free, no-obligation cash offer, and you can get it today by calling Seller's Advantage right now. 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, or visit them on their website, sellersadvantage.com. Big Deal or No Deal is on the way.
And don't forget, you can join Cappy, DeMarco, O'Shea Jackson Jr., and me for a special viewing of Monday Night Raw on April 7th at Hollywood Park Casino. One lucky listener will win a pair of tickets to WrestleMania in Las Vegas. RSVP right now for your spot at ESPNLA.com. You must be present to win, must be 21 or older to enter. Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room, now open 24/7.
The stage is set at BMO Stadium for one of the biggest soccer matches of the year.
BMO Stadium is rocking for the black and gold.
Los Angeles Football Club versus Inter Miami tonight in the heart of Los Angeles.
Oh, what a double stay by Hugo Lloris.
It's a star-studded night in the CONCACAF Champions Cup quarterfinals from downtown LA. LAFC face off with Inter Miami. Pre-game starts tonight at 8 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Don't miss the historic showdown on April 5th as the USA Women's National Team takes on Brazil at SoFi Stadium. Celebrate the first ever women's sporting event at SoFi Stadium and experience the excitement of world-class soccer. Bring your friends, bring your family, and witness an unforgettable match. Tickets start as low as $58. But don't wait. Secure your seats now at Ticketmaster.com or visit SoFiStadium.com for more info. Join us and be a part of history.
Open your world to all that SeaWorld San Diego has to discover. Make new connections with orcas, belugas, dolphins, and more. Explore all new depths with Jewels of the Sea, an immersive experience featuring vivid displays of awe-inspiring jellyfish species opening this spring. And set sail on a flavorful journey as you sample your way through an all-new menu at the Seven Seas Food Festival. There's so much more to SeaWorld than ever before. Save up to 55% on tickets, fun cards, and passes during our spring break sale. Hurry, offer ends soon. Taxes, service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I need new rotors.
When you buy 2 Duralast rotors during our spring sale, you get Duralast brake pads free.
Free?
With the rotors.
Well, that's great. What if I need extra stopping power?
You can upgrade to Duralast Gold pads for just $10.
So Duralast pads are free?
Yep.
And an upgrade is just $10?
That's right. Part of the spring sale at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
And it is Sedano Kap your Wednesday afternoon. Big deal or no deal in just a moment. But first, on this day back in 2003, the #1 hit 50 Cent. What's DeAndre know about In the Club, huh? In the Club. Sedano and Kap with Andy continues right now.
Yeah. Come on, DeAndre. What do you know about it?
It's a jam right here.
Now, remember, I didn't know the Silk song before. It is impossible not to know this song.
Exactly.
This song was everywhere for a while. Everywhere.
DeAndre, we going to the club or what?
Let's do it. Come on now.
Aren't you coming down here to stay with me?
I mean, I can.
You don't want to do that, DeAndre.
Why not?
You don't want to do that.
How do you feel about sharing a cupcake?
I don't know about that one.
Oh, that's great. Well, it's time for Big Deal or No Deal. Andy is in for Sedano. And Lindsay Baseball's got Big Deal or No Deal for us.
All right, guys. So the Chiefs are hoping to follow in the footsteps of the Detroit Lions. The Chiefs want a holiday game to call their own and reportedly asked the NFL to make them a staple of the annual Christmas Day schedule, according to The Athletic. So it sounds like they're going to get their wish at least in this upcoming season, and they're expected to play on Christmas Day. There's going to be 3 games that day, the triple header, with 2 of them, the first 2 being on Netflix and the third one being the Thursday night Amazon Prime game.
Okay.
So do you guys think that it's a big deal or no deal that the Chiefs want to be the yearly annual Christmas Day game?
I will say I would say no deal. Actually, let me check that. It's a big deal that the Chiefs want the Christmas Day game. And here's why. Because the Chiefs are feeling very full of themselves, as they should be, right? I mean, they've been the best team in football for the last 5-6 years. But I want to just say this to the Chiefs. At some point, you're going to go backwards. See the New England Patriots as an example. When Andy Reid is done, when Patrick Mahomes is done, when Travis Kelce's done, when Chris Jones is done, this generation of the Chiefs are going to go backwards at some point when these guys get older, they're not as good, they get hurt, their coach retires. So they're kind of using their clout right now. And I personally, I didn't realize I had it, but I've got Chiefs fatigue, and I don't want to see them every year on Christmas.
You know, I'm going big deal, and for kind of like the same reasons that Cappy's talking about, almost like the opposite side of the same coin. When you're talking about, Cappy, the Chiefs wanting to remind everyone they're still a big deal, a time when you want to remind everyone is right after not just you lose a Super Bowl, but you get your asses kicked by DeAndre's Eagles. I mean, that was a really one-sided game, and proof positive that you still matter, that you're still considered one of the elite teams that everybody strives to match, is you get put on the now Christmas games for the NFL. Like, there's a bit of projection maybe that's coming from the Chiefs right now. Like, a little bit of projection of insecurity with this.
Yeah, and I feel like people might say, well, hey, why can't the Chiefs get what the Lions have? The Lions have been terrible forever until this generation. You know, yeah. I don't remember the history of why Detroit got Thanksgiving and why they are granted Thanksgiving every year. I don't know why Dallas is either. But I don't know. I think I'm a little over the Chiefs right now. I'm kind of rooting for their demise. I guess that's probably just because that's Raider Cap talking right there, Andy.
Raider Cap. That is true. I mean, you've been hating the Chiefs as a Raider fan for how many years now?
Well, this is going to be my first, actually.
You're first.
Right. Raider Cap.
Raider Cap. Oh, I forgot. Who are you rooting for last year?
Last year I was rooting for my Rams, which of course I'll always be rooting for.
Right. Okay.
And last
year
I was
rooting for the Patriots too.
Patriots last year and the Browns before that.
You are open for business in the
big
NFL.
time. Big time. No doubt.
And it's the way it should be too. The Chargers abandoned you, so everything is on the table at this point.
I abandoned them. That's right. All right, Lindsay, what else you got?
Well, that's it for Big Deal or No Deal, Cappy. But
that's it.
But we're going to give away some tickets here. So listen all week to our show, Sedano Kap, for your chance to win a pair of tickets to SoFi Stadium for this Saturday and the U.S. women's national team taking on Brazil. It's a rematch of the women's gold medal soccer match. Be caller 7 right now at 877-710-ESPN to win. Get your tickets at Ticketmaster or go to SoFiStadium.com for more info.
Nice. All right, Andy, as a girl dad wearing that T-shirt, you should take your daughter to this game this weekend.
You know what? That's not going to be her thing. Plus, also, not to let everybody in on what's going on, it's going to be a bit of an emotional weekend coming up. My daughter's going on a school trip to Japan.
Oh, really?
And
for how long?
Oh, wow.
8 days. They leave on Sunday, and I'm really excited for her. She's going to have a great time. Like, the teacher that is leading the trip is her volleyball coach. He's an awesome guy. Like, he is by far her favorite teacher. She's gonna have a blast. But there's a little bit of oh my God, she's going overseas to Japan.
Oh,
like,
really? I thought you were talking about emotion, like you're so happy that she's going to be gone for 8 days. you and your wife get to actually hang out together a little bit. If my daughters were in town, I'd be going to SoFi this weekend because we've gone to many U.S. women's national games. Actually, one. But anyway, kind of like many. And I would definitely love to go to this U.S. women's national game at SoFi Stadium.
Look, I'm sure it's going to be a great game. I think this weekend we just want to get a little bit of family time before she goes off to Japan and probably doesn't communicate with us for 8 days.
Oh, that's probably going to happen for sure. All right, well, stick around, everybody. Coming up, it is time for Dealer's Choice. That is next. This is Sedano and Kap on 710 ESPN.
It's the ultimate wrestling experience and your chance to win tickets to WrestleMania. 2 chances to win. Go to ESPNLA.com right now and register to be there Monday afternoon with O'Shea Jackson Jr., Cappy, producer Lindsay Baseball, and me at Hollywood Park Casino, broadcasting live from 3 to 6 p.m. Double your chances to win WrestleMania tickets in Vegas. Just go to ESPNLA.com right now and click the Ultimate Wrestling Experience. Sucker. Bang!
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256, or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, millions of men experience ED, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. At HIMSS, our own board-certified urologist, Dr. Peter Stahl, knows this better than anyone, and he knows that HIMSS can help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, Senior Vice President of Men's Sexual Health at HIMSS. I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS.
Through HIMSS.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs. Options at up to 95% less than the brand names when you get started at hims.com/joy. To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% less than brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
Quarterback Jordan Love isn't just on Green Bay's team. He's also on the American Family Insurance team. Because like us, he believes in dreaming fearlessly.
Just chase your dreams and don't let nobody hold you back.
And we help protect those dreams with the right coverage so you can
dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Tuning into your favorite team's game or actually going to the stadium is better when you feel at your best. If something's not quite right, reduce tension and pain and increase flexibility with expert-assisted stretching at Stretch Lab. Each session is customized to your body's needs with your unique goals in mind. Visit your local Stretch Lab today or go to stretchlab.com to get up to 50% off your first 50-minute stretch. Plus, get an additional $10 off with code FAN10. That's code FAN10 at stretchlab.com.
And it is Sedano Kap final segment on this Wednesday afternoon. It's our final segment music. Time for Cappy to give us the real deal. Dealer's choice. Thanks to our friends at Seller's Advantage. Have a great night. Don't forget LAFC at 8 p.m. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. for the Thursday edition of Sedano and Kap. Have a great Wednesday night and go LAFC. Sedano and Kap final segment right now.
Nicely done, Christopher. Very nicely done. Big night coming up for you tonight if you're looking for a bunch of sports to watch. You got the Dodgers, which are about to start. Although I am looking for this Dodger game. It's on MLB Network or MLB TV. And if I'm being honest, I don't know where that is. So, no, I'm serious. And here's why.
Brian Asminger, or Greg? Is his name Greg or Brian?
How do you say
his name?
Asminger.
Asminger. Asminger's doing the show, the pregame and postgame.
I'm trying to find it, though. I went on my cable. I can't find that. And by the way, I'm cooler than having cable. I'm just using the cable app, just so everybody knows, on my smart TV. I'm now on YouTube TV.
Ask your remote. Say,
no, this remote doesn't talk to me.
MLB TV.
Yeah, I don't know how to talk to this remote. Does anybody know? Is it on YouTube TV? Is it on Fubo? Anybody know where I can watch this Dodger game?
You said you can't get MLB TV?
No, I just can't find it.
Okay.
It's definitely on YouTube TV.
I mean, is it not on Spectrum Sports then?
No, because it's a national game tonight.
It's national. Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, the game I'm reading right now, Fabian Ardaya covers the Dodgers for The Athletic. Snell, it's 2-1 into the 2-0 into the bottom of the first.
Oh wow!
Reading right now, 2 first-inning walks for Blake Snell have consequences. Snell gets the ground ball he needs to get out of the inning, but Max Muncy's throw gets by Kike Hernandez at first. Atlanta's on the board. Nick Allen follows with an RBI double.
You know, today, going into the Padres-Guardians game, Padres were 6-0. Dodgers coming into this game tonight, Dodgers are 7-0. I was going to take the Guardians to win, and I was going to take the Braves, so I was going to bet the money line on both of them because I figured they got to lose, right? I mean, 6 wins in a row, that's a lot of wins in a row in baseball, especially to start the season. But the Padres beat the Guardians, and I didn't place a bet tonight against the Dodgers. I don't want to bet against these guys. So I didn't do it. But, I mean, Atlanta's bound to win, and the Dodgers and the Padres are both bound to lose.
It just doesn't happen. It just doesn't have to happen in this series.
Cappy, you got to use Fubo because unless you pay extra, it's not on YouTube TV. But why do you have both of those? That's a lot of money.
I don't know, but I think it's probably because YouTube TV had something I wanted. And, YouTube TV has the NFL. That's why.
You should cancel it till the NFL starts because otherwise it's like the same thing. And that's like $100 a month.
Oh, it's ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous.
But whatever. Fubo for MLB TV.
All right, well, it's time for the Dealer's Choice Real Deal. It's brought to you by Seller's Advantage. If you want to sell your house, before you call an agent, call Seller's Advantage. They'll buy it with an as-is competitive cash offer. No repairs needed. They make selling easy. Call 888-390-AS-IS for a no-obligation offer or visit sellersadvantage.com. Andy, as our guest host today, you have the choice to take Dealer's Choice.
And I took the choice, and I have one. Roger Daltrey and Pete Townsend, they from The Who, they are doing right now a concert, or just did one last week, that benefited a teenage cancer trust fundraising, that sort of thing, at London's Royal Albert Hall. And Sky News reported him saying on stage, "The joys of getting old mean you go deaf. Now I also have the joy of going blind." This is Roger Daltrey, the singer of The Who, saying on stage. And Pete Townsend said to the crowd that he should maybe auction off his old knee because he just recently underwent knee replacement surgery, basically reinforcing that The Who have been around forever. Their heyday was in the 60s and 70s. It is now 2025. And they are still on stage, even though they're in their 70s and 80s.
Wait, time out. Did you just say he auctioned off his knee?
He was joking about it. He was joking about auctioning off the old one because he just had knee replacement. Phew. But both of them are getting old. And it got me thinking about, is there a point for you where musicians you like, even if you love them, they become so old that it feels depressing to watch them on stage? I'm a really big Rolling Stones fan, but I've never seen the Stones. And I've had opportunities over the last 20 or so years because they keep touring and I keep hearing they're great, but I've never gone because I don't want my first time seeing them to be at that age. That feels almost depressing to me, even though everything I hear is they still put on an awesome show. I feel like I missed the mark.
Oh, dude, Andy, I've seen the Rolling Stones, and you got to understand, we didn't get the chance to see the Rolling Stones in the 70s or, even when we were probably teenagers in the 80s. I've seen the Rolling Stones in the last probably, 5 to 10 years. I've probably seen them 2 or 3 times. And even the most recent time that I saw the Rolling Stones, Mick Jagger is still out of his mind, dancing all over the stage. Keith Richards still can stand in the corner and smoke a cigarette and play the guitar. I'll tell you who I've never seen, who I kind of feel the same way about, is Neil Young.
I've seen Neil Young.
I'm going to go see him this summer. He's going to be at the Hollywood Bowl.
And I want to go see him at the Hollywood Bowl also. I've never seen him, and I'm like, well, you got to see him while you can see him. That's kind of thing. I'll tell you who I've seen who's not the performer he once was and doesn't have the voice that he once had, and that's Billy Joel.
Oh, really?
Billy Joel, and I'll tell you another one, Bob Seger. I've seen Bob Seger in concert. This is probably 10 years ago. He just sits there the whole time. Steve Miller? I've seen Steve Miller in concert. I don't think he's saying one word. I think all the backup singers did the same.
I saw Steve Miller maybe 30 or so years ago opening for the Grateful Dead. He was terrible.
Yeah.
Honestly, he was not good live at all.
What about, remember when I talked about the SNL 50 special when I was ripping Paul Simon? He's one where it's like, time to hang it up, man. Now, I know you were great. I know you're one of the great ones, but it's definitely time to stop.
Yeah, it's like, I don't want to be an ageist. And again, all I hear is the Stones are still great.
They kill it still.
But it feels weird, like the idea that the first time I would see them is when like their 80s and 70s.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they got a lot of backup music and vocals pumped up in there to the point where you might not know the difference.
People just want to see them. People want to hear those songs. Hey, DeAndre, before we get out of here, Andy started this entire dealer's choice with The Who and how they're still playing all these years later. DeAndre, what's your favorite Who song?
That's a great question.
No, it's not. It's not. 'Cause it should be real. It should be a very easy answer.
That is a great question,
Let me tell you what the answer should be.
About No Who.
But you want to know what the answer should be, DeAndre?
What's that?
Bing, ba-dum, bum. Yeah. Bing, da-dum, bum, ba-da, bop, pick-a-doom, dee-dum, bum.
Eminence Front. That's the name of the song. That's the name of the song that you take in this show every day with, DeAndre.
That's The Who, DeAndre.
So you know one Who song.
I do, one.
All right, we got to go. Great job, Andy. Thank you so much.